free to all veterans and their families. Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures. To learn more, visit pva.org. A public service message from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
This is Mike Linscott, the voice of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball team, proud affiliate of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Thanks for listening to Fox Sports, home of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
We are Fox Sports! Your home for sports in the Inland Empire is Fox Sports IE 1350. 1350. KUVE AM Riverside.
You and me, we're gonna have a fight today after school. 3 o'clock in the parking lot. You try and run, I'm gonna track you down. You go to a teacher, it's only gonna get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire. The Riverside. Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
What is up? Welcome to Monday. It feels good to start the week. Jeff, I say this every single Monday, but this time I really mean it. Like all those other times, I wasn't lying, but I really mean it this week that we're coming off a huge sports weekend. Let's count the ways. The Masters.
Oh, yes.
Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, that's showtime.
And the 4th annual Inland Sports All-Star Classic.
Oh.
Huge week. Did you hear the explosion? That was just the local sports goodness just exploding. The ooey gooey is like running over the sides.
Very, very gooey. Hey, you don't like my $1 million ideas? How dare you? We were talking about this off the air. We'll keep it off the air. $1 million ideas, my friends.
Jeff has $1 million. Can I share the first one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I share the first one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Someone might steal it if I mention it real quick.
They could.
Because before we go live on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single day from 3 to 6 p.m., it's the Inland Sports Show. We usually talk sports. Hey, Jeff, what do you want to talk about today? Got to mention Shohei Ohtani. Hey, what'd you think about this NFL signing?
You got to know what's going on at all times.
But today, we're kind of rehashing all of Jeff's crazy ideas.
Hey, whoa. Not always crazy.
Some of them are crazy.
Yeah, but every now and then. But hey, you got to come up with ideas in order for them to work. Sometimes they don't come up, but every now and then something fires off.
If you don't swing, you'll never get a hit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. That's my whole thought process.
No, but Jeff, you want us to be the modern-day Huell Hausers.
Yes, I do.
We love California gold.
I want to do that more than anything in the world.
Look at that. Oh, man.
Yes, that's $1 million idea.
That's incredible.
We could buy our wives' houses, like I said.
That's what you said.
I want to take over where Huell Hauser left off. I don't want to, I want to. God rest his soul. I liked old
Oh, he's
Huell.
wonderful.
Oh, he was great. But I want to be the modern day Huell Hauser.
You want to go around and talking to people and exploring. That's fantastic.
I want to go to the restaurant and I want to interview people. And when I interview them, I'll go, "Hey, Greg, how you doing today?" And then you'll say, "Well, I'm doing great."
Greg, what are you eating right there? Oh, look at that. Zoom in. Look at what he's eating.
And then Greg will say, "I'm eating this pizza with pulled pork on it." And then you say, "Are you eating a pizza with pulled pork on it?" Because all Huell Hauser would do was repeat in a question form exactly what you told him. But I'm telling you, I want to be that guy.
That's why we loved him.
Oh.
Here's the whole story, and I'll make this quick because we do have a monster sports weekend to talk about and get you set for the week as well.
Huge.
Jeff texted me late one night. I'm just laying in bed, minding my own business. And that's where all my good stories start. There I was, minding my own business.
And then Jeff.
And my phone's like buzzing like 11, midnight. I'm trying to get tired. And Jeff texts me, I got a $1 million idea. This is going to buy us brand new houses. And I'm like, what is Jeff onto? Like,
hey, come on.
I'm like, man, he must be onto something good. So naturally, I write back and I'm like, well, Jeff, what's your big idea? Like, man, we're going to buy new houses for our families and all this money's going to be coming in?
Rolling in dough. Rolling.
And you said, we need to be the new Huell Hauser.
Yes! Who's taking over there's nobody. What did you say the guy's name was?
There's our buddy Joel Green.
Joel Green's crap. I don't know Joel Green. Joel Green, do you know who Joel Green is, Greg? Exactly. Do you know who Huell Hauser is?
Yes.
I want to be the next Huell Hauser. I want to be that guy. I want to wear polo shirts. I want to walk around in cargo shorts, and I want to walk around the deserts of California.
We'll go everywhere. We'll go from Calico Ghost Town to the Shasta Dam.
Yes.
And everywhere in between.
You and I.
That is wonderful.
You and I in a car.
Incredible. Look at that. Zoom in. Look at that.
I want to do it in the Riverside. First, we'll start off. First, we'll start in the Inland Empire, and then we'll branch our way.
Where
out.
would our first stop be in the IE?
Mission Inn.
Oh,
the catacombs.
Hey, look at that parrot. What's that parrot's name? Oh my goodness, he's so green. No.
You gotta visit the Peach Pit of Colton.
The Peach Pit.
Hey, I forgot to tell you this.
Uh-oh.
Greg, what's the name of that place where we had that pizza?
Pizza Q.
Pizza Q was on TV this weekend.
No.
Yes.
Why would it be on TV?
It was on Burroughs Bites.
Huh?
It was on Burroughs Bites on KTLA.
Oh, that guy's a jerk.
Yeah.
It was?
Yes. But I saw it.
I will not hold it against Pizza Q.
Pizza Q.
Pizza Q. I will not hold it against them.
If you go to Pizza Q on Tuesdays, we need to get those guys as a sponsor. You go on Tuesdays, you get if you buy a pulled pork sandwich, you get a second one for free.
Do you know them, Greg?
Hook
it up, man.
And it was a really clean place. I was like, wow, this place is cool. They were talking about they talked about the pizza, they talked about the pulled pork sandwiches. It looked fantastic. And I'm like, hey, I've eaten there.
You like that place.
And then Chris Burroughs was there, and I told my family the story
Chris
about
Burroughs.
I told the Smedberg and the boys.
What?
I said, Pep used to work with Chris Burroughs.
What'd I say about him?
He's wonderful. He's such a great guy.
Is that what I said? Let's just say he doesn't have a lot of friends in TV.
No. But man, that show, I tell you what, you don't ever watch KTLA Morning News?
No. I only watch PBS.
What are you, crazy?
Netflix and PBS.
I watch it for one reason only on weekends.
Chris Burroughs.
I like the Burroughs Bites because I love food.
International breaking news that happened overnight.
No, it's never. It's Liberty Chan.
Is she from the IE?
I don't know. She has.
You said she might be.
Well, she has her. She gets her car done or serviced at BMW of Riverside, and she's always like, I stalk
troll
her.
Status, right here.
I like her. Liberty Chan. And of course, my son. I go, hey, who's that? Fast Johnny goes, Liberty Poop. I said, no,
Whoa.
that's Liberty Chan. Every single week he gets up and he watches it with me. I go, who is that? Liberty Poop, because everything is poop.
She could be a correspondent on our new Hugh Hauser show.
No, I couldn't stand next to her. She's so good looking that I would ruin the shot unless I get in shape. If I was fit like I used to be and got rid of the BJS, the big jowl syndrome down here, oh yeah, I could do the show with old Liberty Chan.
Look at this. Oh, hey, zoom in here. Look at that.
Liberty, what do you think of this?
Liberty, the parrot's so green. How'd he get so green, guys? Like the whole deal. So if we start it, maybe we can introduce her and get her as part of the show, as part of the team.
Yeah, I love Liberty Chan. If you're listening, Liberty,
I love you. Tweet her at her right now.
No, I can't.
Why?
Yeah, because my wife might get mad.
Better than Chris Burroughs.
That's true. I don't want to hang out with Chris Burroughs, but I would hang out. If Liberty Chan, maybe she's not married, she can be part of these sister wives. I am looking for a sister wife. Always looking for a few of those.
Always on the hunt.
Always on the hunt.
Well, it was a big weekend for sports. Of course, a tradition unlike any other, the Masters. Patrick Reed, who we talked about last week, Jeff, kind of rubs everyone the wrong way, a little cocky, not your typical golf guy who, golfers are usually, they follow the etiquette. They're very polite.
Yes.
There are certain things that you follow and you don't say and you don't do. Patrick Reed's like, oh, whatever.
I told you when he started the week, I said, this guy's a smack talker.
Yeah.
He said he said a couple years ago, I'm top 5 in the world. I'm going to win a major. He got in trouble. He got kicked out of school.
Do you know somebody asked him in the media, why does nobody like you? After he won the Masters, what's the deal? Why does nobody follow you? Why does nobody like you? Because they're saying like he's the least likable winner in Masters history. Yeah, like he won and everyone's like, big deal.
Did you hear the golf clapping? The true golf clap sounded like this yesterday when he won. If it would have been Ricky Fowler, Tiger Woods, it would have been nuts. It would have been like, it was like this. It was golf claps. The true golf clap. But, he got...
No, but they asked him, and he's like, I don't know. Go ask them. Go ask the fans. I have no idea.
Did you know that he got booted because he was a cheater in college? He used to cheat?
He was at Georgia, right? And then he transferred to Augusta State.
And they won a national championship, 2 of them.
And he's the local guy. The tournament's in Augusta.
His family lives in Augusta. His family doesn't talk to him anymore. I feel bad. He wore pink. He just looked.
But he won.
He did win.
He could go around saying, "I'm the greatest golfer on the planet."
But it's got to be good for golf. You got to have that bad boy.
I would embrace it.
Yeah.
I'd just be kind of jerky all the time. Be like, "Hey, that's jerky Patrick Reed."
I would wear all black all the time and a cape.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool?
A cape. Just show up on a cape on the first tee and then take it off.
Little mask like the Lone Ranger or something like
That'd
that.
be the best. But it's just embrace the anger. Embrace that evil.
Well, Patrick Reed was one shot better than our guy Ricky Fowler, the pride of Murrieta Valley High School. Reed was 15 under, Ricky Fowler minus 14. A great run by Ricky Fowler. We'll talk more about the Masters a little bit later in the show. Tiger Woods made the cut, finished at +1 for the tournament. Not too bad, but not great.
No, in fact, he played his best round since his big fiasco. Remember that time where Tiger was having issues?
Yeah.
He shot his best round, best one single round in a major since his issues. So a pretty good weekend.
On the diamond, the other big story, Shohei Ohtani, his first start at the Big A, and he was nearly unhittable, Jeff. I remember you texted me saying, "This guy's perfect."
It's just one of my crazy texts.
Right after I got a plan to make $1 million bucks.
$1 million.
We're gonna buy a new house.
We still are. We are. How dare you?
Together? Are we sharing one house, or do we get our own?
One ginormous compound, one big house. But Shohei Ohtani was just named the American League Player of the Week.
If he wasn't, I would be very mad.
He got 2 wins in a week and 3 home runs in those 7 days.
Unbelievable, man.
But can he continue it?
That's the thing. 7 innings pitched yesterday, just a single hit. 12 strikeouts for Showtime. He's 2-0. Listen, here's the other thing that we'll talk about. He's beaten the A's twice. I love the Oakland A's. I'm a Northern California guy. The Mets are my team, but A's are like my second favorite team, kind of like you with the Lakers and the Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like Mets and A's for me.
Hey, your Mets are looking good.
They are. They're turning some heads.
Yeah.
Agon, hey, all you Dodger fans who can't get any home runs and they can't score any runs, you're looking, across at the New York Mets, and here's Agon going nuts for the Metropolitans.
Look at the Angels, though, hitting home runs all over the place. I think they had more home runs than the Dodgers have had all season long.
The Dodgers cannot hit. And it only got worse yesterday because in San Francisco, they did win 2-1 in 10 innings. That's the good news. Problem is, every time Clayton Kershaw goes to the bump, they decide to take the day off at the plate. They don't score any runs. They don't get any hits. They never support Clayton Kershaw, but they did gut out a victory in 10 innings.
Yes, they did.
Locally in the California League, the Quakes, who you can hear right here at 6:55? 6:55 pregame with the voice of summer, Mike Lindskog. The Quakes, they take on Stockton. They split with Visalia, 2-2. 2 wins, 2 losses, not too bad. The Quakes won yesterday 8-4. They're going to travel to Stockton. Hope Lindskog knows that. Because remember, he had all his games confused. Remember, he thought he was going to Stockton first. We had to remind him he's going to Visalia. So hopefully he's going to make it to Stockton because they're on here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM later tonight. So the Quakes split with the Visalia. 66ers did the same thing with San Jose. 2 wins, 2 losses across the California League. And finally, our last Inland Sports headline here in the opening segment. Ha! Jeff, I was wrong.
You were. I told you.
You already called me out. I didn't spit it out of my mouth yet, and you're making fun of me.
Yeah, I was going to text you on that one, too. But
Were you really?
I figured I'd give you a Sunday. Wow.
I really, in my heart of hearts, like deep down in my gut,
Yeah?
I really thought the Clippers were going to find a way to have this dramatic finish to the season and get to the playoffs. They were playing Denver head-to-head. They got New Orleans head-to-head tonight. I know they needed help. I thought it was all going to come together. The stars were going to align. I was dead wrong.
They laid down like dogs. They didn't even play hard in their elimination game.
By Denver.
It wasn't even close. I watched that and I was just going, "What the heck is going on here?" Blow it up. They're going to get rid of DeAndre Jordan. Coach is gone. Everybody's going to be gone. Their days are numbered. I think they should rename the darn team.
To what?
Anything other than the Clippers, because the Clippers, it's a disease. From go back to the Braves, the Los Angeles Braves, the Buffalo. Remember, they were back in Buffalo. They were pretty good. Bob McAdoo, those guys. Then they go to the Clippers, and then they just stunk it up.
Just rebrand.
Yeah, just rebrand. Do it.
Remember, they thought they had figured it out when they came out with the new logo, and everyone's like, "Ooh, that new logo is even worse than the one you had before."
Yeah, you got to just
try it again.
Blow it up, change the name, rebrand it. Why not do something different? They've never won with it. Do something different.
We'll talk NBA playoffs later in the show because the Western Conference, if you're a basketball fan, is so fun. I mean, there's so many different scenarios that's going to go down the next couple nights in the NBA with who's going to get into the playoffs, who's going to finish where in the Western Conference. We know Houston's going to be 1, Golden State's going to be 2. After that, it's an absolute mess. So we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs specifically in the Western Conference as well. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. Check them out off of Alessandro Boulevard. We love you, Bill Navigado. Ken Sporting Goods. More than 40 years in the Inland Empire. They're all over the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. Ken's has team sales, your sporting gear needs. They do embroidery, Letterman's jackets. They do it all. It's all right there in-house at Ken's Sporting Goods. Also, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass from lacrosse to golf, football, everything there in between. They got strength and speed classes, and that first one's always free. You're going to see results. Go check them out. BoostTrainingSystems.com and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, and finance all in one spot. It's so easy. It's never fun to go buy that new car or truck. It can be a headache. Go to Catalano Motors. You don't mess with any of that. Go to CatalanoCars.com. That's Catalano Motors off of Temescal Canyon Road in Corona. Jeff, when we come back, we've got a big-time baller in the house.
We do?
Big baller. And I'm not talking about Lonzo Ball.
No, Michael Jordan.
Almost.
Kobe Bryant.
Getting closer. Mason Westlake.
Oh, that guy.
From 3rd in Chicago, the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic from Saturday night. He is live in the house. We will talk with Mason next. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Focus on the customer here.
Do you hear me? I want the rest of the
Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out.
Your shot at $1,000 now. Text the keyword bills to 200.
We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes.
Standard data and message rates apply. That's bills at 200. Everyone likes to.
We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuum and clean your windshield for you as well.
KY Duration.
Looking pretty good.
KY Duration spray. Men everywhere are strapped looking longer, and that's great for their partners.
You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you, and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
KY Duration spray for men. Last longer. Stay in the moment.
I got a nearly new Camry from Paul Blanco's.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Quakes.
Maybe we should talk about this when you're feeling better.
Hey, psycho. I'm not gonna feel better about this. It's over. Now please get out of my Van Halen t-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We just heard the voice of Mike Lindskog. He's a huge fan of the show.
What the heck is wrong with that guy?
No, he knows good. He has great taste. He knows good radio programs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, welcome back to the show. We appreciate you joining us on a Monday. Again, we were talking about a huge weekend of sports. The Masters, Shohei Ohtani, NBA playoff picture coming together, and of course, the 4th annual Inland Sports All-Star Classic, the highest scoring All-Star game, Jeff, that we've ever had.
I was hoping for 200, but we got close.
Teen Vision even had to adjust on the fly because they weren't ready for that much scoring. Our TV broadcast, they weren't ready for that many baskets, but it was a fun game out there. Nobody was better than this guy, the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. So you get the MVP at the game, and you automatically go to the front of the line here on the show. It's the great Mason Westlake from JW North. Mason, first off, did you have a good time? Did you have fun out there?
Yeah, it was a great game competing with other great athletes. It was a good atmosphere.
Was there 4 North guys?
There were 4 North guys.
Right. Did you feel right at home having the North guys on the court with you?
Yeah.
You can put it up actually.
Go ahead, Jeff. Yeah, help him out.
There you go, right there. There we go.
Yeah, it was really comfortable playing with them every day. It was just like another day at our North gym.
You just needed Mike Barty out there calling the shots.
Yeah, we split them up because I wanted to see the North guys play against each other. That was the big thing right there. And Barty, you know, he's a busy man. Very, very busy. But yeah, he and I talked a few times. He told me how good these young guys were from North. And hey, we had an MVP right here.
Yeah, he had, what was it, 31? I don't want to shortchange him.
No, he had 31.
He had 31 points in the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. We thought you were going to be in the three-point finals. I saw you were hitting threes all over the place in the game.
You know? We thought it was going to be he and Tobin Kuhn. That's why I thought it was.
That was our predictions, right?
The predictions were the 2 shooters from the league, Tobin Kuhn, the great shooter from Poly, and Mason Westlake from North. But it didn't happen. But he did hit a few 40-footers in our game, though.
Yeah, so when you're feeling it, Mason, especially in an all-star game, if you're feeling it, you're like, hey, why not? I'm going to cross half court and just let it go.
Yeah, especially when you're feeling it, when everything's just going in that you put up, you're just feeling it. So,
how often do you practice those, like at North?
Every day at the end of practice.
Does Barty say anything like, oh, Mason, you better not take one of those in a game?
No, Barty was really open. By the end, he was like, if you think you can make it, shoot it.
We're living in a different time, Jeff. Look at Steph Curry, Mason Westlake. You know what I mean? Like, they can bury it. They've got great range.
If you can shoot, shoot. You walk in the gym, you're wide open, shoot the ball. That's what I always say.
Shooters shoot, right?
Shooters shoot, rebounders rebound, and assist men drive old cars. No one wants to see a passer. They want to see shooters.
So, Mason, what's up? What's next for you, man? What are you going to do after JW North? You going to play college basketball somewhere?
Yes, I plan on picking school this month or next month to pursue my education in basketball.
What are you looking for? Do you want to, because, you know, we're talking about maybe possibly, you know, staying closer to home. Do you want to go to the East Coast? Do you want to go Division I? Do you not mind taking the JC route? I mean, like, what kind of plans are you hoping to see unfold in the next couple of weeks?
As far as level, hope for Division I and location, somewhere warm. I used to live in Washington. It was too cold. Now I'm used to the hot weather. I'm spoiled.
Now, your mom is one of the volleyball coaches at UC Riverside. Your aunt's the head coach, right?
Yes.
So when did you move from the state of Washington?
5 years ago, my 8th grade year.
So your mom is it Eastern Washington?
Yes. She coached at Gonzaga University in Eastern Washington.
That is really cool.
Okay, are you a volleyball player?
Yes, I do also play volleyball.
Do they have a volleyball team at North?
Yeah, we started one last year.
Nice.
So are you playing right now, or are you just saving up for basketball now?
No, we're in season right now.
You're in season? Look at that.
Pretty cool.
But you're a basketball guy first, right, who happens to play volleyball, or did you start with volleyball first?
I started with volleyball first, but basketball is more of my passion.
So what does your mom say? Did she say, you know, Mason, you could be a really good volleyball player?
Yeah, that's how I grew up, like being a volleyball player. But then I started playing other sports and expanding.
So what's it like now that, you know, you kind of bounced around the West Coast a little bit, but, you know, obviously you found a home here in Riverside. And what was it like playing for, you know, head coach Mike Barty and also playing at JW North? I mean, what did you know about the school, the city and stuff before you moved in here?
I didn't know anything about the school itself when I moved to Riverside. I just went to one game my 8th grade year and saw the culture and how they played, and I fell in love with the school and the team.
We're talking with Mason Westlake from JW North High School. He's also the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. Mason, in that game, again, going back to those long three-pointers, did you go into the game with an idea of, hey, I want to win this, I want to go out as a winner, or were you like, man, I just want to have fun, I'm going to put up some long shots, I want to hang out with my North guys one more time? I mean, what was your idea going into this game?
Just have fun playing with the North guys one last time in Tobin, because we play together a lot. But at the end of the day, we had to win because the winning team gets the MVP. So if you don't win, you can't get the MVP.
Do you get along with the Poly guys, the Rancho Verde guys, the Valley View guys?
Yeah.
No!
The Poly guys, yes. I was supposed to go to Poly, but I transferred to North, like district-wise.
Oh, Yancey Dodson's probably like, man, Tobin Kuhn and Mason Westlake and Lamont Butler in the same backcourt.
Oh, that would have been pretty good. Now, playing for Barty, does he still practice early in the morning? You do the early morning practice?
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah, they do wall-to-wall suicides.
They do?
Oh, yeah. See, I stole everything from Barty. You touch walls. You don't touch lines. You touch walls, and you get up early. And see, the reason Barty did is because he wanted his day over with. He's like, practice, get it over with, and then the rest of the day
to do whatever.
You know, he's retired. He can sit by his pool. He can enjoy a nice lemonade, hang out, work on his tan.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. Did you like those early morning practices, or was it a battle to get out of the bed?
It was a battle some of the days when you had to do it over and over again, but it prepared you for like next year in college because you know you don't have early morning workouts.
Yeah, you get up, maybe do some cardio, do a workout, go to class, then practice after class. Like it's a whole big cycle. But I'm a night owl. I like to sleep in. I don't do the early morning things. That's not my style. But
that's me every morning.
But then again, that's why Coach Barty is one of the greats, and I'm stuck in a little room with Jeff. So. Talking with Mason Westlake, MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. Mason, when you look back on your high school career, you know, what are some moments or things that you're going to remember about being a member of the Huskies?
My freshman year, making varsity with a big goal that I wanted and it accomplished. And then sophomore year, winning CIF, that was big. And then I remember junior year, we lost to Santa Monica in CIF playoffs. And then we got to play in first round this year, and we got our redemption and beat them by 40.
That's a huge, not only a blowout, but just a huge redemption win, right, for the program. So you cross paths a little bit with Dikembe Martin, right?
Yes, we played 2 years together.
2 years. What are some things that maybe you picked up from him? I know he's at UC Riverside. He's kind of the poster boy for that Highlander program. Obviously, when he was at North, they had some great teams. They had some battle. You remember you guys had battles with Long Beach Poly in the playoffs. Anything that, you know, just watching him, the way he handled his business and stuff, anything you picked up, because he's another great North guard?
His work ethic, he was always in the gym early and late at night. Also, his leadership as a team, it wasn't just about himself, it was about winning.
So we broadcasted the game live with Teen Vision TV 16. In case you haven't seen it, Mason, how would you describe your game? Is there a guy in the NBA that you would say, you know what? My game is similar to his, or a guy that you look up to and you try to be like? How would you describe your type of play on the court?
I try to like mimic my mentality like Russell Westbrook, even though I'm not athletically play like him. And then shoot, I try to shoot like Stephen Curry, even though he shoots a lot farther. And
I don't know, you were shooting pretty far in the All-Star game.
Yeah, a couple of them were up there.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook, like when he gets in the zone, like he just seems like he's angry, like he's gonna take it out. Like those dunks that he throws down are vicious. I mean, did you see that too? And do you kind of, like you said, that mentality of just go in there and dominate and be the best?
Yeah, like he's like a dog trying to dominate everybody.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook there's something about him, like when he's driving to the rack, like there's no stopping him. Like it's like boom. He's locked on. He's going to throw it down. He doesn't matter what's in front of him. He's just got that mentality as a finisher like that. We're talking with Mason Westlake from JW North High School, the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. You're a volleyball guy. You're a basketball guy, obviously. What's the grades like?
All A's and 1B.
Oh, who's the 1B?
In my expository literature class.
Ooh, that sounds tough. I was going to say maybe we can help you out, but I don't know. I can't help him out. Can you, Jeff?
No. I can't help anyone out, even though I work at a school. Nah. But I wanted to ask you, there's been some great guards over the history of John W. North High School. I don't know if you're familiar with these names because you're from Washington, but yeah, Billy Walker, Tony Walker. You've had Ed Gray, another great NBA player. You've had... And just recent, Deshaun Taylor was the leading scorer in the Mountain West Conference.
Yeah, Fresno State, yeah.
So you got to play with him a bit. You are now in the pantheon of those guys, those big guards.
That's a long line of great guards.
Yeah, and playing for Mike Barty. What have you really taken away from playing with Barty and those guards? I mean, you mentioned Dikembe Martin, but a lot from probably Deshaun Taylor as well, because he was probably a teammate of yours.
Actually, I did not play with Deshaun. He was a senior when I was an 8th grader.
Oh, okay.
So I just seen him play my 8th grade year in one game, and he was amazing to watch.
Yeah, great guards out of.
Great score. And remember, when we were looking at his stats, kind of underrated defensively. He was a great defensive player, but he could also shoot the lights out. I mean, he was a big-time scorer for the Fresno State Bulldogs. So, Mason, as you're trying to make your decision in the coming weeks about your college, how would you sell yourself to a prospective coach out there? Because we had a lot of coaches in attendance at the All-Star game. We had a lot of coaches watching live on our broadcast. But if you were going to say, hey, this is what Mason Westlake's all about, this is how I would be a great addition to your program, like what would you say to a college coach?
Tremendous work ethic, won't cause any problems. Great at shooting, good teammate, responsible, gets it done on the court and in the classroom.
Now, see, Deshaun Taylor and DK, Dikembe Martin, two of the great scorers out of JW North, but also very, very quiet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're leaders, but they're not the guys who are going to scream and get in your face. As a senior this year, Mason, how did you kind of see your role? Are you one of those guys you're going to scream and yell and jump up and down, or do you like to lead by example? Kind of how I guess you'd say how DK and Deshaun did it.
I would say I would be in the middle. I wouldn't get in your face, but I would be vocal about it.
Sometimes you got to. I mean, certain guys, you know, like you'll know your teammates. Like, hey, that guy, you know, all I got to do is say something. He's going to get it back on track. This other guy, I got to jump up and down and scream for him, for the point to kind of sink in. You know what I mean? Some guys are just differently, and that's what good coaches do. That's what point guards do. They kind of know how to gauge their team and how their teammates are just a little bit different overall. Well, Mason, we appreciate the time here on the show. Congratulations on winning the MVP award, and keep us up to date when you finally decide where you're going to end up for college basketball. Someone's going to, you know, strike gold with this guy over here.
Hey, everybody needs shooters, and we saw a lot of teams this year that needed a few.
Even in the Big West Conference, that we saw a lot of teams like, man, if they could just have a guy to knock down some threes.
And he's the guy. Mason Westlake can shoot the ball with the best of them. That's for sure.
Even beyond three. 40-footers.
40-footers.
I could just see Barty on the bench. You know, it's tie game against Poly. There's Mason Westlake chucking up a 40-footer, right?
Hey, and Barty must have changed, because I know he used to run, a lot of half-court sets, but we had talked before the year. He goes, hey, we're going to run and gun this year. It must have been a much different Mike Barty on that bench this year.
A brand new Barty.
No, he must have mellowed out in his older age.
Well, he's got studs like Mason Westlake.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you decide to run that system.
Mason, we appreciate it, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Mason Westlake from JW North, the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. When we come back, got a little Dodger and Halo talk for you.
Warriors.
As they're both kind of going in opposite directions right now.
Yeah, baby!
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
hitting the falsetto with the Wiggles, man.
You're like a eunuch.
Love the Wiggles.
Yeah, you too. I love the Wiggles.
My other favorite Wiggles song is probably Fruit Salad.
Yummy, yummy. Fruit salad.
Man, David Patrick, the new head basketball coach.
Pathetic loser.
I know we are. At UC Riverside, has no idea what he's going to walk into when he comes into the studio.
Every time we see him, we have to mess with him.
It's going to be Wiggles. It's going to be Crocodile Dundee. It's going to be a Bloomin' Onion.
It's going to be Mad Max. You didn't even know Mel Gibson was an Australian.
I didn't know.
How is that possible?
He looks like an American.
He
sounds like an American.
He sounds like an American now, but he's not. He's a straight
I
Aussie.
have no idea.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the most famous. Probably. Oh, Men at Work. It's one of my top 5. Top 5 right here.
No.
Yes. Oh, by far.
Not quite Billie Jean or Toto.
No, but it's right there. How can you? I mean, seriously, Colin, whatever his name is, the singer. His name is Colin, and he had the weird walleye. You know, the one eyeball that goes crazy, all over, like want to look at you, and then the other one's looking around like a chameleon. So he's got the walleye going on. Yeah, he's like, seriously, eyeballs going all different directions. Great singer. Oh yeah, I love him.
So the guy who sang this song was a solo artist, not a group.
No, it was a group. Men at Work was a group, but he was, he went off on his own. As most big solo artists do, they leave.
Greg, are there any big Australian hip hop guys, rappers?
No, but you had like Midnight Oil. That's another Australian band. You had the Bee Gees. No. Was Bee Gees Australian? No. But they do have an Australian Bee Gees in Vegas.
They got that.
They do have the Australian Bee Gees in Las Vegas.
Well, we're going to ask David Patrick, who is from Australia, although we don't know the extent of it yet. We're going to find out live on the show. Because, again, he might have been born there and then took off.
Hey, you got Olivia Newton-John? Is
your favorite basketball player Andrew Bogut?
No, Andrew Gaze. Do you remember Andrew Gaze?
No.
Come on. Oh, I'm old. I'm starting to show my age. Andrew Gaze was a great player, great shooter.
We're going to come up with all these famous Australians and be like, oh, is Russell Crowe from Australia? Russell Crowe, the actor?
He might be.
I think he might be.
He's angry.
Russell Crowe, your favorite actor?
Well, all Australians, they're all criminals.
They are.
It was a prison island.
That's this one big
island. Did you know that was a jail originally?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, are you kidding me? I thought you were a smart guy in all these history
I pride
classes.
myself being on a smart guy.
Yeah, you didn't pride yourself as not knowing that Australia was a prison colony. That's how it started.
From who? What country was using it as a prison?
The Britons. The Brits. The Britons.
Hello.
Would you like to go over and hang out on my island?
Yeah, it sounds awesome, right?
They used to send all the worst criminals in the world. They would send them to Australia. That's how it started.
And they probably duped them. Like, hey, you want to go live on an island?
And then
It's always warm. The weather's great.
Yeah.
The beaches, the water's clear.
Everything.
Koalas?
But everything will kill you there, too, though. Yeah. Remember, I told you, the most poisonous snake, the most poisonous insect,
spiders,
the most poisonous plant, and the most deadly fish in the world.
Dangerous people.
And dangerous people. The Aborigine. Except the criminals from Britain went over and destroyed the Aborigines. Like
the didgeridoo
The
guys.
didgeridoos, yeah. Those guys walking around in banana hammocks and fighting with mud and stuff. They were decimated by the Brits. Decimated.
So we got to put together a list of things that we need when David Patrick, the head coach for UCR, comes in. So it was
Foster's.
Okay.
Vegemite.
Oh, Vegemite. That okay.
Yeah. Bloomin' Onion.
Bloomin' Onion.
Boomerang. A didgeridoo and a rain stick.
Oh, a rain stick.
A rain stick.
Is that Australian?
Oh, sure. You can buy them on any street corner, any bobble. You just
I would love it if he walks in there and was like, where did you read that? That's not right. He's like,
hey.
Like, that's not right. I'm from Brooklyn. Oh. I'm from Australia, New York.
No.
Isn't there like a Mexico, New York, or you know what I mean? Like there could be.
Like there's like Queens.
Yeah, I'm from Australia, Florida.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, really?
Well, you're going to ask him Wednesday.
I'll ask him.
You're going to say, hey, are you really from Australia?
Because I'm emceeing the press conference.
Yeah.
Should I go up there with an Australian accent?
Seriously, I'll give you $50. You do it.
Hello.
G'day,
mate.
$50 if you do Australian accent to start the show. And that would be sweet. It's easy, $50.
Oh,
they're not going to fire you. You're Pep Fernandez.
I bet you the UCR, the band's going to be out there and be like, can you guys...
play some Stones?
Yeah, play some Stones for this guy. You guys have a didgeridoo in the band?
Hey, can you play some Olivia Newton-John, Get Physical for me, please?
Like,
that would be fantastic. If you could play the instrumental version of Get Physical. I love it.
So not a lot of rappers and hip-hop guys, huh, from down under?
There probably are, but we just don't know about them. I don't know about the hip-hop artists now. Bobby Shmurda. That's all I know. I've heard all these weird names. If you go on TMZ, my news site.
Yeah, that's where you get all your sports
They're
news.
always like this, like, hey, Rusty Nail. Rusty Nail just got arrested.
You want a true story?
The Purple Feather, man. He shanked somebody in a strip club.
Before we get to Dodgers and Halos?
Yes.
So I'm at church on Sunday. That's where I hang out. And we were asking all these little kids, because I hang out with the little kids in their preschool classrooms and the nursery classrooms, help my wife. And we were asking all the little kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? My favorite answer was this little guy, Landon. He said he wanted to be a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, my gosh. Is that what he said?
Big goals. Yeah, that's what he said. I couldn't
want to
make
be
that
a
up.
stay-at-home dad.
But another kid, Cody, said he wanted to be a rapper. So me being the funny guy, right? I'm like, oh, well, like a candy rapper? And he's like, that's my rap name, Candy Rapper.
He did not.
Yeah.
Did he rap for you?
No. He was too embarrassed.
A stay-at-home dad?
A stay-at-home dad. He's like 6 years old.
That's probably the best
Or
answer.
7 years old.
I just want to, I'm gonna stay at home and be a dad. That's what I want to do. Honestly, that's my new lot in life.
Stay-at-home dad.
I want to be stay-at-home dad, Jeff. I want to drive to school, say hello to
Tell
all
your
the-
wife to keep working.
Yeah,
pick up jobs, extra jobs on the side.
I don't want to be at school anymore. I just want to take my kids. Working in a school is so overrated. I'm so over it.
So you could plop down at home and watch baseball wall to wall during the summer.
Yeah, and then I could walk my kids to school. Hey, and then I can say hello to the ladies. Hey, how you doing over there?
Stay-at-home Jeff.
Hey, Doris, did you make any good muffins this week? Yeah. And then I could, tell them about my cooking prowess, and then I could, be friends. I could have knitting class and book club.
So you'd be like Mr. Mom, like Martin Luther King.
I would love to be Mr. Mom. I would love it. Get my kids dressed every morning, feed them Cheerios, throw them out the door, get them on the bus.
Do laundry. In between, like running the kids around.
Oh, that'd be the best. I'd have the cleanest house in the world. Right now, it's not. It's
a mess.
It's chaos. Kids everywhere. But man, if I could run the home, I'd be over. Those kids would be wearing suit and ties. Put on your shirt and tie, buddy. Then sit over there at the table and don't move.
You better get that button up.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are a mess.
They are a mess.
So the Dodgers and Halo stay-at-home Jeff's going to watch baseball all summer long because he loves Shohei Ohtani. He's 2-0. His ERA just over 2. He was fantastic against the A's yesterday. 7 innings, only 1 hit, 12 strikeouts. Oh, by the way, 3 home runs as well. So Shohei Ohtani is going to take a day off, and then we're going to see him probably DH again.
There was word that he was going to play tonight.
There was word?
There was word.
Where'd you hear that word?
I was listening to sports radio this morning, and they said that he might play tonight. And I was like, whoa, that's going against all the rules that Trent Rush told us. So if he does play, maybe they're just trying to ride this wave of, three DH starts, 3 home runs, 2 starts as a pitcher, undefeated. Yeah, you got to go with the flow.
See, I would be afraid there's too much of a good thing. I would be like, you know what? He's off to a great start. Let's make sure we keep it that way. Let's make sure he gets his rest. We're going to have a plan. We're going to stick to the plan. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, oh, he's doing great. Let's use him more and more and more and more and more.
And being a baseball fan, and you know this, and those of you that listen, you got to be excited about Shohei Ohtani, but you also have to think it's a long year. Teams are going to get through him. The first round of games when you play everybody, they're going to have a book on him. Right now, there's no book on this young guy.
Yeah.
There's no one scouting. I mean, they've got a small sample size to scout. But, man, I'll tell you, after this first round, we're going to see the true player of what he really is after there's a scouting book on this young guy.
Yeah, once we get deep into summer,
then we'll know how good he is.
Okay, everyone's had a chance to see Shohei Ohtani. There's lots of video on him out there. But, like Clayton Kershaw, you know what he's going to throw. You just can't hit it. So, you know what I mean? It's easier said than done. It's kind of like a good football team.
Yeah.
If they like to run the football, the whole stadium knows they're going to run the football. But unless you can stop the run game, they're going to run the football.
But he was throwing some nasty stuff this weekend. So at 99, was looking really...
The high, stinky cheddar.
He was throwing some high, smelly stuff.
Oh, the stinkiest sharp cheddar, man.
Hey, and did you see how crowded the stadium? It was sold out. There wasn't a
the big A.
The
Did
big
you go?
A.
You were gonna go.
I was gonna go.
You could have been there, Jeff, watching Shohei Ohtani.
Well, I thought it was a 4 o'clock start. So I'm down in Orange County. It was like a 12:30 or 1 o'clock start. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I had planned on going. I was going to check out the old Ohtani. But, man, it is going crazy. You see, the wicked. But you see these.
Wicked slider.
But you saw, there were so many local Japanese fans that came out from Orange County to watch Shohei. It was pretty cool to see. There was a lot of people supporting that guy, and I think he's going to be very successful. They're 7-3 right now. Way better than those other guys. The other guys aren't hitting any home runs.
The Dodgers are struggling right now.
And Kershaw's playing well. He's just not getting the support. Zero support at all.
Like I said, for whatever reason, he goes to the mound, and the rest of the guys say, all right, day off. We're all going to shut it down, and we're going to rest, and because we know Clayton Kershaw's got this one.
They're playing possum. Don't worry. They'll be back.
Playing possum. Dodgers will be back?
I think Turner's really a big part of that. He's kind of the guy, the barometer on that team. He kind of gets them going. He was their best player last year. Think about it.
He was.
He was an
MVP candidate.
Yes, he was, and he was a MVP guy in the clubhouse, on the field, played hard. I think they're missing that guy, and he's a stud.
Matt Kemp is stepping up, though. Matt Kemp is really stepping up.
They need somebody to step up. Nobody's hitting.
I think they have, how many home runs do they have on the year? 4?
We're going to talk about that later in the show.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie.
No.
Trust me, the numbers don't lie. The Dodgers are struggling.
And I believe the Angels now, they're getting like 4 homers a game, 3 homers a game.
Angels are insane.
Enjoy it, Angel fans.
Mike Trout, hey, but when you're getting a healthy Albert Pujols, a healthy Mike Trout, and you have the surprise of Ohtani, it's kind of exciting. Even if you're a Dodger fan, I'm not a Dodger fan. I like the Dodgers, but I'm not a Dodger fan. I still was marveled by the way the Dodgers played ball last year.
Yeah.
And I'm being an Angel fan, I couldn't be happier, to be honest with you. But it's early. 10 games.
I'm the same way. I'm a Dodger fan, but I'm not an Angel fan. But
you want to see him do well, right? There's no ill will.
None.
It's not like a Laker fan and a Clipper fan. Clippers, no.
No. Hey, go Warriors, baby.
Go Warriors.
Hey, my team's going to make the playoffs. Warriors.
Which one? The Warriors. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got lost. I didn't know which one you meant because they're all pretty good. The Lakers, Warriors.
LeVar's son's on it, right?
No, LeVar Ball.
Lithuania is going to make the playoffs.
We got to talk about that later, too.
Oh, yeah, we do.
We had some tryouts.
Is that what that was for the big baller league? Or?
He's picked his team. For the Los Angeles team is picked.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that was the picture I sent to you earlier.
Oh, I thought it was just some nonsense.
No,
what's this nonsense?
The teams,
Jeff's $1 million idea and big baller picture.
Big baller. They did their tryouts in Irvine yesterday.
As soon as I saw LeVar's face, I kept scrolling. I'm like, okay, what's next?
No,
Jeff, what's your next $1 million idea? Come on.
Well, there was rumors of local players that were going to try to play in it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about that and the NBA playoff picture when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez, and we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips, and power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. We all want to be powerful, strong athletes. So we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended, and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So After that, it's the landing. All right, so we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, I want my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing. All right, so we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees. Stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go, ready? On you.
Focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Severe flooding from recent hurricanes and other storms has left hundreds of thousands of cars, trucks, and other vehicles unsafe to drive. But far too many of these flooded vehicles will end up back on car lots or up for sale online, with no indication that they were in a flood. If you're in the market for a used vehicle, be on the lookout for flood damage and make sure you have a qualified mechanic inspect it before you buy. The free VIN check service from the National Insurance Crime Bureau is a good place to start to see if a car has been in a flood. Go to www.nicb.org to check it out.
This is Mike Linscott, the voice of your Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball team, proud affiliate of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Thanks for listening to Fox Sports, home of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes.
We are Fox Sports. Let's go! Wake up with the Dan Patrick Show weekdays at 6 on Fox Sports IE 1350. KUBE AM Riverside.
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Spoiled. Quick quality oil change, Ken's Sporting Goods. Boost performance training with Coach Ray Bass and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Breaking news, everyone just, whatever you're doing, just stop. Breaking news right now. Luke Navigato from Cal Baptist University is your Pac West Baseball Player of the Week.
Yeah!
There it is. One of our favorites. Luke Navigato, CBU leadoff man, infielder, and he's got a great beard to go with it.
Man.
He is your Pac West Baseball Player of the Week. Congratulations to our dear friend, Luke Navigato. All right, Jeff, let's go back to NBA. You can, I'll eat crow. I said the Clippers were going to make the playoffs.
That's right.
It simply did not happen. They lost to Denver on Saturday, 134 to 115. I honestly thought, Jeff, it was going to boil down to the Clippers and the Lakers on the final night of the season, and the Clippers would still mathematically have a chance to get in. Now, I knew they needed help. They couldn't just win out. I knew they needed help, but I thought they'd have a chance.
Oh, the chance was just obliterated. They got trounced in 2 straight games. Got beat by the Jazz, and the Nuggets actually put up 134 on them. Pretty sad.
Well, the way the schedule's set up, I felt like they had a shot because some of it was in their control. It was, they had a chance to beat some teams head-to-head that they were trying to chase down. But there was a couple games they left out there. They shouldn't have been in the spot in the first place. Although, in a weird sort of way, I feel like they overachieved. Because I look at their roster and I'm like, I don't know that guy. I don't know that guy. DeAndre Jordan, I know him, but he's not as good. I don't know that guy. Lou Williams, he comes off the bench. I don't know that guy. Like, going down the roster and the box score, I'm like, man, it's pretty impressive that the Clippers are finding a way to win with this team.
I'll tell you what, though. Let's just talk about the Utah Jazz for a second. How good is Utah? They weren't even projected to make the playoffs. They lose Gordon Hayward, and then they get the phenomenal rookie, Donovan Mitchell. Unbelievable.
Yeah, sneaky good.
How good are they? They're the 4th spot right now in the Western Conference.
Sneaky good. I had no idea Utah was going to be this good this fast because they were toiling for a while after the whole Mailman Stockton era. I mean, they had some decent teams.
They had
but
a good team.
Not great.
They had a good team last year. Gordon Hayward was really their stud, but to pick up, I think the steal of the draft. Everybody's saying that Simmons is the rookie of the year. But you got to, for me, it's got to be Mitchell. They're 4th in the West. Granted that the Philadelphia 76ers are 3rd in the East, ahead of Cleveland. But you've got Embiid. Those guys are good players. Who are the studs around Mitchell?
I know more players on the Philadelphia 76ers than I know on the Utah Jazz.
Exactly. That rookie has taken him. He's averaged over 20 points a game. He's leading all rookies in scoring. And he's put them in the 4th spot in the West, which is arguably the best division in basketball.
Did we say Ricky Rubio plays for the Jazz?
He does. He has a glorious beard as well.
So Mitchell, Rubio.
They got the big guy.
Derek Favors.
Gobert.
Gobert. Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. And really, that's about it.
Yeah.
But it's just for them to be 4th in the West is pretty good. But let's go back to these Clippers, Clipper Nation. What do you think they're going to – I think they're going to blow up – I think Doc Rivers –
Yeah, you think if you were Bob Ross, the painter – remember old Bob Ross, the painter?
Yes, fantastic.
You'd say, I hate this painting, break it over your knee, throw it straight in the garbage bin, and just get a fresh new canvas to go all Bob Ross on it and start all over.
And I'll say this. I think Doc Rivers did a very good job of coaching, but you need something new. It's just the way it is. He's going to get hired as a coach again. He did a great job with this team that was decimated. Think about it. They lose their point guard, CP3. Is that what they call him, CP3?
Oh, yeah, CP3.
They lose him. They build their franchise around Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. That doesn't work out.
They get rid of him.
They get rid of Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, JJ Redick's out. He went to Philadelphia.
They're going to blow up. I think they're going to blow up everything. I suggested they change the darn name. Get rid of the Clippers.
Just rebrand it.
Rebrand it. The other teams have done it in the league. The Pelicans, the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Who else? There's been some other goofy names. They had the Raptors.
Yeah.
Or Toronto still
remember?
the Grizzlies. Yeah, man, they were up in Just rebrand
Vancouver.
them. Just rebrand it. Give them something new.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to someone earlier today. They're an Angels fan. And I said the LA Angels. And they said, no, that's not right. It's the LA Angels of Anaheim.
Yes.
And I said, no, wait, hold on. Because when you look at the Major League Baseball standings and you look at all the box scores, it says LAA. Los Angeles Angels. It doesn't say LAAA.
No.
Right?
That's branded.
So he's like, well, why did they change from Anaheim in the first place? Why did they change from California in the first place? The California Angels to the Anaheim Angels. He's like, they're not in LA. And two, LA's the Dodgers. Just embrace your Orange County. Embrace your Anaheim. If I was the Clippers, I would move to the Honda Center. I'd be the Anaheim something else. I wouldn't even, like you said, rebrand it. Don't even be the Clippers. Be something else.
Well, the thing about it, there are 2 stadiums that are being built in Los Angeles. You got that big one connected to the new football stadium, which is going to have a an arena of sorts. Then you have that arena being built in Inglewood right now. You could use the new Inglewood arena they're building. You could use the Fabulous Forum, for gosh sakes. I mean, they need to get out. You know, it'd be nice to have the Lakers in one building and have the Clippers
have your own building.
Yes.
The Lakers already claimed with all the statues and everything.
Yeah, listen, Greg's right. You're not fooling anybody. Staples Center is the Lakers' house.
It is.
You just go in there and you rent it a couple times, a week.
Yeah. I honestly
do. They have bingo.
They don't.
Front?
There is
they don't have bingo out front.
But I do. I think they go to Inglewood when that new arena's built. That's my thought process. I think that's the thought of Inglewood as well. Get them out, rebrand, blow it up, try it all over again. Hey, Mitch Kupchak got a job. He is now.
That's right.
He is now the president and general manager. I believe it was
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember we saw him just hanging out at UC Santa Barbara basketball games, watching his son. We're like, man, I wonder what Mitch Kupchak's going to be doing soon. Got a job,
president, making some good dough.
Charlotte's a program that's kind of toiling, right? A team that's not really lived up to expectations.
Nope.
Remember, they moved to New Orleans, and then the franchise moved back to Charlotte when the Pelicans came.
That's right.
So they kind of went back to their roots. Remember, they had Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson and Muggsy Bogues. Like, that's when they were the turquoise and purple and white Hornets, and they were fun, and they were really good.
Fun to watch.
Somehow you got to rekindle that.
And Mitch Kupchak is the guy.
Nobody knows fun like Mitch Kupchak.
Hey, he's Mr. Personality. But, I mean, it makes sense. His son graduated from Santa Barbara.
Was he a senior?
He was a senior.
He didn't play too much.
No,
it wasn't like he was one of the key players.
But he was a good dad. He showed up to all the games.
Yeah.
But now he's got to do something. Now he's got no son to watch. So now he's hanging out.
Unless his son goes to the big baller league.
Oh, man. Unbelievable. Yeah, they had tryouts for that. I was trying to tell you, they had the tryouts at Irvine yesterday.
What do you mean at Irvine? Like UC Irvine or Irvine Valley College?
No, it was just at some gym.
Irvine Middle School?
It was a gym that had like 15 courts, and they were on court 15. And they were high school kids here in the area, high school and JC guys that couldn't get it or don't want to go to school. They want to be pros. So I looked on, there's no list of names. A couple guys they had on there. They said there was one 4-star recruit that was going to play in the JBA, but...
Is that what it's called?
The JBA. I looked up everything. I tried all day to find out a roster of these 7 guys that they selected yesterday.
Mysterious.
But I couldn't find
nowhere.
Names. But there was rumors of a couple local kids that were going to forego their college dreams and try out for this JBA as well.
What do you think about that?
I think it's stupid. I think the whole thing is a sham.
Let's rewind. I don't want to try to guess your age, but rewind 20 years when you were in high school. 20 years?
Dude,
25 years?
Almost 30.
10 years.
Almost 30.
Almost 30. 2 years ago.
47. It's not a big deal. Yeah, 2 years ago. I'm 47. So, yeah.
You're a senior in high school. They're like, Jeff, you know what? We'll pay you $10,000 a month. Don't go play at Cal or UCLA or anywhere else. Or when was Coach K in your living room? This would have been, I think, after
88.
Coach 88.
Yeah.
So don't go play for Coach K at Duke. We'll pay you a little bit of cash. You come play for us for a year or two. You're gonna obviously forego your amateur status. You're gonna be pro, your education, but you'll make a couple bucks, and then you can go to the NBA.
Nope, sorry, school's more important. I'm not gonna work for a guy who's selling water and shoes for $500. It's just not gonna happen. Sorry.
Plus, we talked about this as well because you can go to the NBA D League, but
yes.
like we talked to Brian Weathers, who was in studio with us not too long ago. I feel like if you go to the D League, and it's a great place, it serves a purpose, but if you go to the D League and you're a big-time high school recruit, you might kind of get lost. But if you go to a Duke or a UCLA or a Kentucky, you're going to be on ESPN, you're going to be on CBS, you're going to be on all these major networks. Your highlights are going to be on the big national sports programs every single night. You are still relevant. People are still talking about you. There's still a buzz about you. This JBA, if you sign with that, we might never hear from you again. It might be like a black hole. You may never come out.
Well, the guys that they're getting, they had a list of 100 guys when they started this thing. They wanted to hit the top 100 players. Of those 100 players in America, none of them have signed with the JBA. One went to the player you're talking about was signed with Syracuse.
Yes.
He has now decided to play in the G League. My thought is, you're right. I think he will get lost. If you don't dominate, if you do not dominate as a rookie
in the G
League, you're not going to get drafted.
Well, people will probably say, I kind of remember that guy. You know what I mean? Like maybe a year or two from now, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember he was pretty good, wasn't he? Like people will not, it won't be on the top of their mind.
Yes.
It'll be an afterthought.
But looking at what I saw today in that picture, there was one high school player I recognized in that photo. It was like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I didn't know. I was like, who's that guy? The Invisible Man was there. Dr. Hyde in that picture. They didn't look like basketball players.
They got like the first 20 people that showed up.
They got guys that showed up. They probably paid for tryouts.
If you guys showed up, you made the team.
Yeah, it's a silly situation. Their best player they signed was a guy. The only thing I found out was a kid from Newport Harbor High School. I couldn't tell you his name, but they're saying he was the best player of this draft, and he said he is now a pro basketball player.
Oh, he's turned pro.
He's a pro.
It's over.
So these guys, these 7 players, have foregone their eligibility to play any kind of college basketball, community college, Division II, or otherwise, and they've put their trust into a guy.
They can tell the ladies they're professionals.
Well,
that's true.
But they've entrusted their future with the Ball family.
We think there's a couple of high school guys from right here in the Inland Empire that are thinking about this JBA,
yes,
this big baller. We'd love to get them on the show, and not to ridicule them or make fun of them.
I want to get in their head and find out why.
Yeah, exactly why. Like, do you feel like this is a better opportunity to further your basketball career as opposed to going to a reputable college? I mean, really, or is it about the money? Hey, you just want to go and make a couple bucks real quick? I mean, really, I have no idea.
Well, they've had 2 tryouts so far. They were in Seattle last week. They were in Irvine this week. I don't know the rest.
Court 15.
Court 15 somewhere in Irvine, one of those giant pop-up facilities where you have basketball courts in a
like a big warehouse, industrial park area. Yeah.
So it is what it is. I'm really we're talking about the Ball family still. I guess the 2 brothers are going to play. Well, one of them, because the other one's going to be in the NBA next year.
So will the youngest LaMelo, will he come back?
He's going to play in this JBA.
Oh, he is? So he's done. They're going to be done in Lithuania after this season.
I would imagine so, or they'll do it opposite seasons. And I would imagine that they'll play for the LA team because, their brother plays for the Lakers.
Wait, both of them? Because Jello's going to be on the Lakers.
Well, if that's the case, then there'll only be one. It'll be the little one.
I mean, you can't play both. You can't be the JBA and the Lakers.
The small ball will be playing for this JBA.
Yeah, because the middle ball is going to be wearing that purple and gold.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
That middle ball.
I don't know.
Maybe if the JBA of the Los Angeles team is purple and gold, then he'll be wearing purple and gold. But I see nothing. Paul Pierce said that he has a shot to play in the NBA, and I just laughed when I heard that.
The truth. He only speaks the truth.
Yeah,
Paul Pierce.
Get out of here.
Man.
There's no way in heck. I think the Clippers are in a transformation. I think the Lakers are in transformation. I think Southern California basketball in its entirety is going to change. The landscape will change quite a bit.
As of right now, going into next season, who has a better chance of getting back to the playoffs, the Lakers or the Clippers?
Lakers.
I believe that too. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I believe it.
I would say this, and I'm going to be honest. I think the Lakers will probably be in the top 4 or 5 teams in the Western Conference next year.
Coming from the guy who also said, dude, we should be the next Schulhausers.
I'm telling you.
We should go. Oh, man, look at that. It's the middle ball. He's playing a Laker. Come here, guys.
I don't think that's a great idea. That is, I'm gonna take my idea. I'm gonna shop it down the street since you will not take my offer.
You already promised me a house.
I did, but you bet. Hey, we got to sign contracts. I want to do it. I want to be the next voice of California's gold.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic from the girls' game, Naomi Yim from Norco High School. She is here. We're going to talk to the MVP next.
She is so fast. She's like the Flash. She was all over the place. She was a blur.
She was really
That's
good.
what we're going to call her.
The Blur?
Naomi, the Blur Yim.
All right. We'll be back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Cucamonga Quakes.
We are Fox Sports!
Tell me, or I'll... No, not the buttons! Not my gumdrop buttons! All right, then. Who's hiding them?
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
And welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM every single day of your life from 3 to 6 p.m. Jeff, we just had the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. El Clasico number 4 was amazing.
Great venue, great everything. It was nice.
Great trophies. We had cool shirts.
Uniforms.
It was all wonderful.
You name it, we had it.
We've got the big-time baller from the girls' game.
Oh, she's the blur.
She was the MVP. She was lighting it up in the third quarter and helped her team win the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. It's Naomi Yim from Norco High School. Naomi, welcome to the show. How are you doing today? Is your mom listening or watching, or your dad, your brother? Do you tell everybody at school today?
No.
No? Are you on spring break, or are you at school today?
I'm at school.
So did you go to school today and was like, hey, I was the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star?
You didn't tell everybody?
You didn't tell
They
her.
said it on the intercom.
They did?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So what did you do? So if you're sitting in class and they're like, and congratulations going out to Naomi Yim, MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. Do you just...
I just acted like I didn't hear, but then people were saying good job and stuff like that.
Now, did you watch the replay on YouTube or TV at all?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, we'll have Coach tweet that link out too.
Yeah, we got to get that one out there as well.
No, but you had a great game. Did you have fun? That's the most important. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Did you know some of those other girls prior, like travel ball or playing against them? And
I knew, obviously, my teammate and I knew Jordan from Valley View, and I knew one of her teammates, the big girl, from Valley View too. No, I didn't know anybody else on my team.
Is that kind of a cool experience to get out on the floor and basically make new friends, getting to know other girls?
It's always nice just playing with new people, and right before I was going to leave to college too.
So you're going to Loyola Marymount University.
Yes.
What was it about LMU that kind of sealed the deal for you? What did you like about the program, the campus, the school, the coaches?
I definitely love the coaches. They're very nice people, and I love my teammates, and I love how it's really close to home. That's really why I went to LMU.
So you got hot in the third quarter at the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. You guys were losing at halftime. What did Coach Lacey have to say from San Jacinto at halftime? Did he say anything inspirational like, hey, Naomi, shoot some threes, or guys, let's pick up the pace? What did he say?
He wasn't like talking to me personally, but he was just telling the team, just go out there and play and have fun and just don't hold back, because a lot of people were kind of scared, I guess.
A little nervous?
Yeah, a little nervous.
It's hard to be around other people. When you're with your Norco team all season long, they're probably like your best friends. You guys hang out and laugh together and, all that stuff. And you get to an all-star game, you're like, I don't really know her, but we're trying to, get to know each other here on the fly and try to win a basketball game together. So was that kind of, I don't want to say difficult, but a challenge, right? To get to know the other people that fast.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but like playing in travel ball and going back and forth from travel ball to high school, it's kind of like the same thing.
Well, you come from a really storied basketball tradition at Norco High School I want to say probably for 30 years. You guys have been dominant. And what's it been like playing your 4 years at Norco?
It's been up and down, but I'm glad I picked Norco for my 4 years of high school.
When you look back at your Norco high school career, how would you kind of characterize it? Is there moments or games that you're going to look back and be like, man, that was my best game, or that tournament was the most fun, or whatnot?
Honestly, there's so many moments that like I will cherish forever, and especially winning CIF was my favorite memory.
Well, that's got to be the best memory, right? Winning CIF. Does it get any better than that? Do you have a ring for that?
Yes.
And where's that ring right now?
My drawer at home.
Coach has his, yeah. I'd walk around like, oh, this whole thing? Like, okay.
Oh, yeah. These diamonds, these beautiful big diamonds. Oh, yeah, they're awesome. Look at it. You need to wear it all the time. This shouldn't be in a drawer. You have only, 7 weeks left of school?
Yes.
You got to wear it. You're going to wear it to the prom. You going to the prom?
No.
What, you're not going to the prom?
No.
Why not?
We can find her a date right now.
You didn't want to? Or hey, I'm telling you, there's a lot of listeners out right now, and they're probably watching you right now on TV.
It's okay.
We can make it happen.
We can. Oh, darn it.
Talking with Naomi Yim. She is the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic from this past Saturday night as her team, Team Cheryl Miller, won 62-54. Naomi, what are you studying in school? Do you have a major, something you want to do, maybe post-basketball?
I'm majoring in business at LMU.
What do you want to do, just own a business?
Right now I'm thinking real estate, but I don't know. That's just like a temporary thing.
There's always the, what do I want to do, as opposed to, what do my parents want me to do? Is there something your parents want you to do?
My dad definitely wants me to keep playing basketball as long as I can.
Oh, look at that.
My mom, she doesn't care as long as I work hard.
Now, do you have any brothers and sisters that play basketball?
I have a little, all my family plays basketball, but my little brother, that's like his favorite sport.
How little is he?
He's 9.
Oh.
Did your parents play? Like, how did you get introduced to the sport of basketball?
My dad, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Did he play growing up? Was he always watching it on TV? Or?
He played football, and he always loved basketball. But he played football.
And then I guess he probably just enrolled you like on teams when you were real little, and you just grew a love for it.
I always played with boys when I was younger, and then once it came to like 7th grade, I started playing with girls.
So when you look back at your basketball career, did you ever think that it would get you a college scholarship? Now you're going to LMU. That's a big-time Division I program. That's awesome. Your parents don't have to pay for schooling. You get to still continue to play basketball. I mean, at what point in your basketball career did you think, you know what, this could pay for my education?
Probably freshman year when I started playing in the Nike circuit for travel ball. That's when I knew, like, oh, I could do this. Get a scholarship out of this.
Now, you're pretty soft-spoken, but you said you're not really quiet. Are you kind of quiet, sometimes quiet?
I'm sometimes quiet, but I'm not, like, shy, I guess you can say.
So when the announcer at school today was making the announcements going, you know, Naomi Yim's the MVP, do you hang your head? Are you embarrassed? Are you blushing?
No, I was just acting like I was doing my work and stuff.
I'd be walking around the hallways just like giving everybody high fives, giving knuckles, wearing my Inland Sports shirt, like you're the stud on campus.
I've never been that type of person to just like show off and stuff like that.
So what goes in a daily routine of Naomi Yim when you were working? When you work out, what is a typical day like for you? Do you go out and shoot 1,000 shots a day? What is your ideal work plan that you do
during school days?
Yeah. How do you work on your game while going to school at the same time?
I go to school, and then after school I play basketball or I run and do weights, and then I always try to do both in one day, like weights and play basketball. And, like, play a lot of pickup games, too.
Do you just love it? Are you like a gym rat? Even when you don't have to practice, you want to practice?
Yes. Sometimes, obviously, people get tired. But, like, if I can be in the gym, I go play.
So if you're not practicing, not playing in a game, not traveling to go play in a game, what are you doing?
Just hang out with friends and family.
Do you watch basketball on TV?
Actually, not as much as people think.
So you're not, like, you don't go home and say, oh, the Lakers playing tonight?
No. My little brother does, though.
I want to know one thing. We always ask this to big football players, NFL guys that come in. What is your guilty pleasure on television? Like, what is something that if we're looking at you, we're a little surprised that you watch on a daily basis?
If you're trying to unwind and relax at home, the homework's done, you just had like a 30-point game, you're feeling good, you're just going to put something on TV. Because we had USC running back Stephen Carr, and we're like, what do you watch to unwind? He said Friends.
Yes.
We didn't think he was going to say Friends, but he said Friends. Is there something on your guilty pleasure? Netflix, TV?
Netflix. I watch Netflix all the time. But I started to get into like more YouTube and YouTubers and stuff like that. So that's what I usually do.
What's your YouTube channel? Like,
like the Ace family, or just watch families, like just YouTube their life.
The reality shows.
Oh, speaking of reality shows, do you watch the LeVar Ball?
Oh, yeah. Do you watch
the Big Baller Show?
My dad does. I don't watch it.
You don't watch it?
Good,
Okay.
Good. We're going to have to make fun of your dad.
We have to talk to your dad. Yeah, you're going to have to talk to your dad about that. Watching those Big Baller shows.
Oh, yeah. We don't watch those guys too much.
Naomi Yim, the MVP of the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. Naomi, so you're going to LMU. Just had a great All-Star game. You said your dad would like to see you play basketball for as long as you can. I mean, do you maybe want to play professional someday? WNBA, overseas, something like that?
Yes. Some days I don't, and some days I do. But if they can take me to bigger places in my life, then I'm gonna try.
Do you like to travel? No? What's the farthest place you've ever been?
Probably North Carolina.
That's far. Yeah.
I travel a lot during travel ball, so I don't like traveling anymore.
You don't?
But, no. So.
Sitting in airports and, lugging your stuff around.
Yeah.
Hey, get ready for Division I basketball.
Yeah.
You're going to be everywhere.
WCC, what, from Gonzaga to...
Oh, yeah.
What's the most southern school? San Diego?
San Diego.
Maybe?
Yeah, University of San Diego.
Yeah.
All the way up to Gonzaga.
Yeah.
And Pep and I we cover the UC Riverside men's basketball team. We were all over the world this year. Seemed like every other day we were traveling somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Always in the airport, always on the go. You're going to love it.
Yeah. Hey, the food's fantastic, and the hotel rooms are always pretty good. So if you can get past, if you like that kind of stuff, it's great. I obviously do. I like being fat. I love eating. You're a finely tuned athlete. You might not want to, but see, it's the best part about us going traveling is eating and staying in nice hotels.
Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure to eat?
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be something you're like, oh, I'm starving. I could eat like 1 million of these.
If I can eat something like all the time, it'd probably be Chipotle.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
Everybody says Chipotle.
I've never been to Chipotle.
Shut up.
I never have. I haven't.
Do you believe him, Naomi? Because sometimes he messes with me.
Hey, this figure right here, I would
not Chipotle.
Hey, this figure doesn't lie. I've never eaten Chipotle.
That's French fries.
Hey, that's one spot I've never tried. I've never tried Chipotle. There's always a line, though. That's another reason. I'm not a big line guy. I have Disney passes, so I go to the Disney all the time. There's always lines there. Chipotle. Maybe I'll try Chipotle this week because I hear it all the time.
In honor of Naomi M.
Yeah, because she's the Blur. Fastest girl I've ever seen.
Her, the Blur. She's so fast out there.
She was so fast. And my dad was at the game. My dad's been coaching basketball for like 50 years. He goes, hey, that girl from Norco is super fast. I said, she's so fast, I can't even see her. You're like the Flash out there.
I was going to ask you during the game, I noticed you were like hiking up one of your shorts.
Yeah, what is that? That's a new thing. What is that?
I mean, is that like subconsciously you just do it? And
it's just a habit. I just like fold. I don't know why.
Right, Coach?
And then the guys now roll up their top part of the shorts, and they look like they're wearing like Daisy Dukes. I don't understand that at all. That is the silliest thing I've ever seen, man. We've had guys I go, what is that? Pull those pants down. Make them bigger. I don't want to see your butt. But yeah, the girls do it from the bottom part. They roll it up. I saw a couple girls doing that. I'm like, what is that?
Is that the style? I mean,
I don't know.
Is that your style?
I just do it. Like, it's just a habit.
Maybe you just feel comfortable?
Yeah, it does. It does make me feel more comfortable.
Got my 11-year-old over there rolling his pants up, and I'm like, what's that? It was in the All-Star game, Dad. I'm like, whoa. Keep those shorts normal, buddy.
Rather you see you sagging with the long shorts.
I don't want to see that. I want to see my son's legs.
Jeez.
I want to see those pants down to his knees, for gosh sakes.
Well, while we have Naomi in the studio, Naomi, you're also our Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week.
She's getting all kinds of awards.
So, Coach, make sure you embarrass her. Let's get it on the announcements at school tomorrow morning. And I would love to see a picture of her, like, probably holding her head down, blushing.
Yes.
But Naomi M., yes, our Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week for winning the MVP honors at the Inland Sports All-Star Classic. Congratulations, Naomi. And thanks for being such a great sport coming on the show. As you can tell, we don't take ourselves too seriously.
I'm sure the 4 million listeners have fallen in love with you, Naomi.
And she doesn't have a prom date.
No, that's so weak.
We can change that.
Yes, we can.
We can change that.
We got a lot of followers on Twitter and Instagram and all those other things.
You guys could go get Chipotle and then go to the dance.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. It'd be big time.
You could wear your ring, like your big championship ring, eating Chipotle.
That might scare some guys off, though. They're going to say, what is that? That's a championship ring. What do you got? What are you working with over there? Nothing. I got a couple dollars in my pocket, and that's about it. I don't have a championship ring.
That's it.
Yep.
All you need, bling and Chipotle. Naomi, you're the best. Thanks for coming on the show. We do appreciate it. That's Naomi M. from Norco High School, the Inland Sports All-Star Classic MVP, and also the Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we'll take a look at some of those Major League Baseball afternoon scores and snow at Wrigley Field.
What?
Like, seriously, there was snow today in Chicago.
Did they play?
They played. They really played. No, actually, they didn't. I think they shut it down. I think they shut it down. We'll have to look at the videotape.
Okay.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Why you always...
back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
That's some scores.
You do? Hey, what are the odds Naomi Yim's listening to the show right now as she's driving back to Norco, Horsetown, USA?
100%.
Yes. Hopefully, Coach will get her some Chipotle on the way home for being a good sport.
A burrito.
You're kind of hard to deal with, Jeff.
But see, I have a hard time when you guys call a burrito at Chipotle a bowl.
Well,
you can't call it a burrito bowl. It's not a burrito bowl.
It's like put in a burrito. That's in a bowl.
Yeah. Like
no.
Greg's right.
BS.
That's it.
BS.
No, that's it.
No, is it called a burrito bowl?
I think it's just called a bowl, but it's basically
you can't call it a burrito bowl.
It's the guts of a burrito, the inside of a burrito.
There are only two things that should ever be labeled as a burrito, maybe three. A turnover, like a what do you call those, egg rolls, or kind of a burrito.
Yeah.
Okay, a chimichanga is a burrito. You know when you swaddle a kid? That's a burrito. Like when I put my little
that's funny.
My babies, I wrap them up. Hit my baby burrito.
I did the same thing. I called him a little burrito.
I could swaddle better than any dad in history. I could wrap my kid up. He would never escape that thing. Arms would be tucked in, like just his little face sticking out.
That was a straight jacket. That wasn't a blanket.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. But you can't call a burrito unless it is wrapped in a tortilla or a wrap of some sort. It's not. It's a bowl. It's just a straight bowl of just meat, beans, and rice. That's just a bowl.
My dad, when he first came to this country from Mexico, it's getting real, Greg, right now. I don't know. I think this is a true story. My dad said it, so I'm going to believe it's true. But he said that when he first came over here, someone asked him if he wanted a burrito. But that's like a little donkey, like a little baby burro.
He said, I don't want a
My
donkey.
dad says anything that's in a tortilla is a taco. Like, there's no burritos in Mexico. If it's in a tortilla, it's a taco. Burritos are American.
Well, I wouldn't say this because...
Right, Greg? Greg knows.
Is that true?
It's true.
Greg? So burritos...
Why would I lie to you, Jeff?
It's not lying. I just think you're lost sometimes. So, anything with a tortilla is a taco.
My dad from Guadalajara says if it's in a tortilla, it's a taco.
So when I drive to my favorite taco place, my drive-thru place, I'm going to go, I would like a combination taco.
And they're going to give you a taco.
With beans.
But not a burrito.
See, that's just dumb then. Can we...
That's American, man.
I like American Mexican food better than Mexican food.
Yeah.
I do.
I feel you.
I do. Is that? I'm probably people are driving going, that's blasphemy.
So my daughter Lucy from China.
Yes.
We go past like a Panda Express or one of the little takeouts.
Delectable.
She's
Delicious.
like, that's not Chinese food. She didn't know what orange chicken was.
What?
She's like, there's no orange chicken in China.
Oh, yes, it's all over China. She's just in the wrong places in China. China's a big place.
No.
She must live in one of those in a small area where there's no orange chicken.
No, there's no orange chicken.
Hey, you told me though. This is one thing. I know we're going to get to some baseball.
We got some
here.
baseball scores.
Okay, but I want to know. There's some sort of food that they order that your daughter will order.
Yes.
That you put water in it and it automatically heats up.
A hot pot.
That's weird. Is that just chemicals?
Yeah. It is. It cooks itself. It is a chemical reaction. Yes, you're right.
Why would you eat that? That's gotta be dangerous. Can you bring me one?
You know what? She probably has some at the house. I'll bring you one.
Will you say, Jeff would really like to try
I'm
one?
warning you. They are extremely spicy.
Oh, I eat jalapenos like this nothing.
Do you?
Oh, yes.
Then I'll talk to Lucy.
I'm a grown-ass man who likes to eat grown-ass food.
All right.
I'll
bring you one.
I want to eat
bring
this.
It on. Will you do it live on the air?
You're darn right I will.
Okay.
I want to eat one of these.
I'll get you a hot pot.
But what, you just put water in it and it just heats up?
It's a chemical reaction.
Oh, that scares me a little bit, but I'll do it. I'll do it for the show.
She loves it.
Well, if she loves it, I'll love it.
I might even bring you some of that old dry mother.
No, I'm not eating any goose.
They take the old dry mother, it's a sauce, and they put it on it's a sauce.
Oh, I thought it was the goose.
No, it's not the duck neck.
Duck necks, yeah.
I won't bring you that.
What's the sauce?
The old dry mother, it's like the sauce they put on a lot of stuff.
Old dry mother?
That's how you it. The straight translation from China is old dry mother.
Is it like dried up old woman that's been ground up?
No, it's like spices. It's pretty spicy, but it's I think it's soy.
Oh, I can
think
eat
it's like a soy base.
Soy sauce?
No, it's thicker. It's
I'll eat anything.
Think what I'd compare it to.
I'll eat anything but
I
eggs.
tried it once. See, they put it like with they made like a salad with like cucumbers and like vegetables, and they put the old dry mother and like kind of tossed it together.
How did the old dry mother taste? Not very good.
Wasn't up my alley.
All right, I want to try a hot pot.
An acquired taste.
I'm going to try a hot pot.
All right.
That's my next
We'll have you
goal.
try it live on the air, because if you start, blowing flames out your nose, I want to be able to see it and hear it.
I'll definitely do it. Hey, do you want some scores?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, we got in the American League, Detroit, Cleveland. Cleveland up 2-0.
The American League?
The American League. You have Tampa Bay 5-4 victory over the Chicago White Sox. In the bottom of the third, Milwaukee 2, St. Louis 0. End of the second, no score in Toronto, Baltimore. Bottom of the third in Washington, Atlanta Braves 0, Washington 2. Philadelphia 3 over Cincinnati, 3-1 in the third. And your New York Mets up 3-0.
Of course they are.
In the top of the third inning.
They're red hot.
Yes, they are. They're looking good. But
And I'm not even making that up. They are hot.
Yeah, they're
Like
one
a
of the
hot
better
pot.
teams. They're going to they have a shot to make the playoffs right now.
They're pretty much punched their ticket to the playoffs.
If we stopped the season today, they would be in the playoffs. As so would my Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, baby.
See, I love how you like to call your shot early, Jeff, because there's been several times, as we go full disclosure on this show, Jeff loves to text me like something, and then it's like way premature. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the Angels are going to lose this game. This is awful. And then like an hour later, oh, never mind. They came back and they won.
That was the women's national Final Four. Remember, I was like,
oh, it's happening several times.
Oh, yeah, Notre Dame, UConn. I'm like, oh my gosh, Notre Dame just gave it away. They're going to lose. And then, oh, never mind. Yeah, I get pretty excited.
You're like, man, I can't believe that Villanova's going to lose this game. I can't believe they had such a great run.
Oh, never mind.
An hour later, oh, never mind. Villanova won. So Jeff's calling his shot. Mets and Angels in the playoffs right now. What are we, like a week into the season?
Oh, yeah.
A week into the season, Jeff's calling his shot right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, the Dodgers got to wait till next year. It's over.
It's over. He's already calling it. Did you already give the Rays and White Sox score? I think you already did, didn't you? It was a final. It's gone final. Tampa Bay won 5-4.
Yes, 5-4.
I was digging through the box score because I was looking for Matt Davidson, big home run hitter for the White Sox.
Yes.
Was not in the lineup. And then I was looking for Tampa Bay because we have Matt Andrees, UC Riverside.
Yes.
And Redlands East Valley pitcher. He did not pitch in this one either. So no local guys. I was all excited to see IE guys in the box score. No IE guys in this one.
But they were in Chicago, weren't they? The White Sox. There was snow, supposedly.
Wait, so how did the White Sox play?
At home? They played at home.
But the Cubs didn't.
Maybe they had a Zamboni. They brought the Zamboni from the Blackhawks since the Blackhawks didn't make the playoffs.
Hold on. I'm going to go to Twitter never lies. Twitter is undefeated.
Maybe they had guys with like leaf blowers.
Because look.
Heated leaf blowers.
Here, I'm watching video. That's Wrigley Field. You guys all see this?
That's awesome.
That's Wrigley Field.
Snowing.
It's like a blizzard. The players were out there on the field running around doing selfies and taking pictures. Look at what their beanies on.
Yeah, how did the White Sox play at home?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
They did play though.
I'm looking that up right now, Jeff. That's a great question. I'm all confused now.
I'm very confused as well.
Because if the Cubs were shut down, and it was the home opener for the Cubs. It was a big day out there at Wrigley Field. The big home opener. All the pomp and circumstance.
The ghost of Harry Carey canceled the ball game.
Wait, hold on.
What?
That's a shot of the White Sox, and someone was, I think, messing with the crowd or something. It says Happy Holidays.
Is that what it says?
I don't know. I'm all confused now. We're coming up on a break. We're going to have to get to the bottom of this. But no, look. Here is the White Sox stadium. This picture was taken in the first inning. There's snow beyond the outfield fence. But look at this. There's nobody in the crowd.
What?
I gotta get a recap. Jeff, I thought you had all the scores.
I do.
I need a recap on this one.
I'm telling you, man.
Let's take a break. We gotta figure out what is going on with the White Sox because they did play and the Cubs did not, and there was a lot of snow out there in Chicago. So we'll talk about that. Also, more on the Masters as we'll hear from Ricky Fowler, the pride of Marietta Valley High School, finished runner-up to Patrick Reed. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
You like this one?
Curtis Blow.
Who?
Curtis Blow. Am I right there?
A real person, Greg?
Isn't it not,
no, you're wrong,
Curtis Blow?
Jeff. Try again. Weak.
Oh, Tom. But they mentioned Curtis Blow in this song. Curtis Blow. You don't know who Curtis Blow is?
No.
He's playing basketball. You ever heard that song? She's playing basketball.
Oh, I know that one.
It's Curtis Blow.
I've heard of it.
Whatever.
Welcome back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Kin Sporting Goods. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Are you looking at bikes? I thought we were looking at baseball scores and stuff. You're looking at bikes.
Hey, I ordered a bike for Fast Johnny, and I just got a notice. It was delivered to my house.
It's there?
It's there.
Does he know it's there?
It's his first bike. I'm very excited. I'm going to put it together tonight when I get home.
Is he going to be like the next Greg LeMond, the next Lance Armstrong?
Better not be the next Lance Armstrong. I don't want that little boy taking PEDs.
Who's the big BMX guy? Was it
I don't know.
Oh, man. I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to remember the X Games.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The redheaded guy.
No, Shaun White doesn't.
Doesn't he do it all?
BMX.
Doesn't he do everything?
No, who's that? Ryan Sheckler. Was he BMX or was he a skater?
Yeah. Ryan Sheckler.
You know what I'm talking about.
No. I wasn't allowed to even talk about
Travis
skateboarding.
Pastrana. He does everything. I bet you he rides a bike.
I don't even know what you're
I bet you he rides a bike.
Speaking a different language to me, my friend.
Travis, I went to the X Games once.
Why?
To cover. I went for the women's motocross final.
Oh, wow.
And I was doing a story on this gal. Her name was Sherry Cruz.
Oh, Sherry Cruz.
And I followed her back to her pit.
Oh, hey, whoa. All right, hey, where's the 70s music? Come on, you followed her back. I was going to say something.
So I go back there to get an interview and stuff at the X Games.
It's getting better.
And who pops out of the trailer? Travis Pastrana. She was dating him at the time. And I broke the news. Nobody knew Sherry Cruz and Travis Pastrana were a thing.
Oh.
And I was doing a story on Sherry Cruz, and Travis Pastrana came out, and I did an interview with him. And the whole thing was like, oh, my gosh, Sherry Cruz is dating Travis Pastrana.
That was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
I thought maybe you were
it was viral. It was huge.
I thought it was Sherry Cruz was dating Pep Fernandez.
I was married already.
Oh, then that wouldn't have been good.
I was already married.
I was all excited for this story. Yeah, she invited me back. We had a cup of coffee, and then we kissed. But no?
No.
None of that? Was she good looking?
She was cute. Yeah, a little thing. She was just a little gal, but she'd hop on that motorcycle and go flying around, what do they call it now? The Home Depot Center? The StubHub Center. StubHub.
I honestly, you said Travis. What's his name?
Pastrana.
I was thinking of
He's
a sandwich.
famous. Greg, you know Travis Pastrana,
I was
right?
thinking of a sandwich with mustard
Jeff.
and a pickle and a rye bread.
Travis Pastrana, hold the mayo, extra pickles.
Can I have a Pastrana sandwich? Oh, it sounds delectable and delicious. And delicious.
Travis Pastrana is in a country music video with Florida Georgia Line.
Never heard of him either.
Yeah.
Florida Georgia
Big
Line.
time.
Yeah, that's like, hey, what's your favorite brand? The Dirt Clawed Wet Napkins?
No.
Yeah, I've never heard of those
The
guys.
Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Oh, I've heard of those guys.
Have you?
I have. I know what I'm talking
So they were playing baseball in Chicago. It just wasn't the Cubs, right?
No, and there was no one in the
It was
bleachers.
the White Sox game.
The White Sox
played.
Yeah, they're tougher than those Cubbies.
There was snow, but there was no snow on the field, and there was nobody in the stands. Okay, there was a couple people, but hardly anybody.
It was cold.
So I'm not a Chicago expert, but I'm not sure how far the White Sox stadium is to Wrigley Field.
Fairly close.
So how could the White Sox play with no snow coming down? You look at Wrigley Field, and it looked like the North Pole.
Tougher guys on the west side. Much tougher.
Is it North and South Siders?
I don't know. Whatever.
I think the South Siders are the White Sox.
Well, the South is much tougher than obviously.
That's right. To the Masters, and Patrick Reed is your 2018 Masters champion. He slipped on the green jacket yesterday, going 15 under par. Ricky Fowler, the pride of Murrieta Valley, one stroke back. Minus 14. He was right there. He almost had it. Did you watch some of it, Jeff, yesterday?
I did, because I just laughed at the ending because no one clapped for the guy. It was no big roaring applause.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that Patrick Reed, not well liked by fans, not well liked by his colleagues on the tour.
No one likes him, but he did play on the Ryder Cup. So he's got. I mean, there's got to be some kind of love for the guy.
Yeah.
I think his parents don't talk to him. His brothers and sisters don't talk to him. He lives just a stone's throw away from Augusta National, but yet he's been accused of cheating. He's been accused of stealing. He's been kicked out of schools. He's won 2 national championships. He's called his shot and said he was going to be in the top 5 best players in the world and said he would win a major. He's done those things.
He did it.
He's ranked 11th right now, but I'm telling you.
Guess what? He's got a green jacket.
He's got a green jacket and a lot of money to boot, and he was wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah, because remember, Nike wanted all their golfers to wear pink on Sunday, although Patrick Reed, just like Tiger Woods, is a red and black guy on Sundays. And he wanted to wear his red and black, but no, he went with the flow, and he wore pink and still won it.
Yeah, he and his wife were matching. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they were
Does
matching.
his wife still like him?
I don't know. Probably. Well,
right.
She really likes him a lot now.
Oh, yeah.
She's probably just bought a nice car and a nice fur coat.
Running around, with the Masters champion. Get that perfect dinner table. Oh, she's excited. There's no doubt.
Heck yeah. But yeah, he's not a well-liked. I think you and I talked about this at the beginning of the show. He should embrace his dark side. He should be the Sith Lord of the PGA Tour.
Why not, right?
Yeah, I mean, who was the guy that was the bad guy to Tiger
John
Woods?
Daly.
Well, John Daly, but he was a likable
bad
loser.
guy. Yeah.
He was a lovable loser that would win a couple times.
Who?
Vijay Singh. Remember how angry and hated he was?
Was he?
Oh, yeah, because remember there was the Tiger, Phil Mickelson were the 2 guys that were, always battling with each other. But Vijay Singh had a genuine dislike for Tiger. He wore a hat. His caddy wore a hat and said, Tiger who? You don't remember all this?
Vijay Singh
Vijay Singh's.
From Fiji?
From Fiji. Wore a hat. His caddy wore a hat that said Tiger who. And I think one time they shook hands and Tiger said, hey, good luck to him. And he said, Titleist too. That's his ball. That's all he said to him. That was, yeah. So Vijay kind of
I don't remember that.
He kind of embraced that dark side, I guess.
He had a great career.
He had a great career still, but still kind of ornery older guy. Maybe mellowed out a little bit, but yeah, he and Tiger had some hatred with each other.
Yeah, if you do that, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If people are not going to like you, hey, go all in. Be the guy that's going to say outrageous things at the press conference. Almost like NASCAR, because NASCAR drivers have beefs with each other, and you can't cross the other guy in the pit, because if you do, you're going to start shoving You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be awesome for golf? There's Patrick Reed, man. If he comes across we're going to fight on the driving range. Like, we're going to get down and dirty.
And there's a lot of guys in every sport that kind of have embraced that dark side. But you got to toe a fine line. It's a weird situation. You can either be an angry, the most hated guy, but everybody kind of embraces you. LeBron James was that guy, tried to embrace it. Remember when he went over to Miami, everybody's like, oh, he's the bad guy. But he couldn't do it. He didn't want everybody hating him.
No. Especially when there's endorsement money. That's the thing. It's like, okay, does all these endorsements, do they want a guy that was kind of jerky? Do you want a jerk representing your brand?
Rick Mahorn.
Yeah.
Bill Lambier. Those kind of guys. Is there any baseball players that were really that? Ricky Henderson was kind of that hated guy. He wore that on his sleeve, but he was still kind of loved, but everybody still kind of hated him at the same time. Barry Bonds.
Oh, yeah.
Barry Bonds. Did you see him over the weekend? He was he showed up at not Candlestick, AT&T Park, and got a roaring ovation. It was love.
He was the hitting coach for the Marlins last season.
Yeah, but he showed up in San Francisco for the first time, got some love.
Lenny Dykstra was kind of one of those guys.
Yeah, Lenny Dykstra.
Nobody liked back in his day.
A lot of shady stuff.
I remember Eric Davis. He and Darryl Strawberry were studs.
Yeah.
You know who's kind of a modern day guy that's polarizing that some people don't like? Bryce Harper of the Washington Nationals.
I don't like him.
He might be a Dodger pretty soon.
No. You know why I don't like him? That damn hair. That stupid hair.
Question, bro.
That's a stupid hair. He just if you ever watched him, he always putting his fingers through his hair. I hate guys like that. I want it so bad. I miss my hair. But look at this guy's hair. Let's talk about this guy.
Speaking of gray hair.
No, that's not great hair. It looks like he was painted on.
Now, Ricky Fowler's got good hair.
No, he doesn't.
He gets it cut at that place down in Murrieta.
He looks like he gets it cut in a bowl cut or at the
dog. He had a hat on all day, Jeff. Cut us
the dog grooming center.
Oh, my gosh.
The traveling van. There it is. Hey, can you hop on our van and let's cut your hair there, Ricky Fowler?
Ricky Fowler's got fantastic hair. He was within a shot of that Masters title. One back of
maybe
Patrick
if he went to
Reed.
Cool Cuts, he would have got maybe have one.
Cool Cuts. Is that where your kids go?
Something Monkey Doos. That's where my kids go.
I could have cut it.
Hey,
Monkey Doos.
Yes, my sons go to Monkey Doos. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you made it up.
Let's hear about it.
Here's Ricky Fowler talking about trying to win a major championship. He's so close. It's going to happen. He's got 3 more majors this season to try to do it. Here's Ricky Fowler.
I mean, I am ready to go win a major, but this was kind of the first major week that I've understood that and known that and felt that. I would say previously it's, still feeling the nerves and dealing with, tough rounds and things not going your way. But I think the big round for me was yesterday. I didn't feel my best. I felt like I had to just really stick to my game plan and kind of fight through a few times where I may not have felt comfortable and just trying to gut it out. And obviously you can see with the 65, I was very pleased with that. So I'm ready to go. So I'm really looking forward to this year and the 3 majors that are left.
All right, Ricky Fowler, the pride of Murrieta Valley. He's going to get a major. Remember Phil Mickelson went through a similar thing. The best golfer on tour that had not won a major yet, and then Phil Mickelson had the breakthrough, and he won several, so it'll come. Ricky Fowler's still young.
Yeah, he's got to get a new haircut.
Was he 26?
Yeah. Got a really hot girlfriend,
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you were going to go right there.
Oh, yeah.
She was his caddy for the par 3 contest on Wednesday. Did you see that?
Of course I saw that.
Of course you did. What am I talking about?
Darn right. Yeah, she's a pole vaulter.
She was or is?
She is.
Is she still competing?
Yeah, she competes. I don't know how much she competes. She goes around on the circuit, and I think gets paid to show up because she is so darn good looking. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She's
Stokey? Allison Stokey? Is that right?
Allison Stokey, yeah, she's smoking hot. I follow her on the gram.
Of course you do.
She's a Berkeley alum.
This is what Jeff does. He follows gals on the gram, but also he gets his news from TMZ.
Hey. The only reason I follow the gram girls is because our guy Greg always points them out to me.
Holla.
I wouldn't know. I'm not that cool.
Holla.
He just sends me these things. Hey, sign up with that girl. Okay. So I've got all these.
Greg Holla's fault.
Got all these gram girls.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, Johnny Football is back.
What?
And we're going to give you a quick lesson of what not to say at the airport.
Did he? Oh.
Don't say it.
I thought Johnny Manziel said
No, another guy, not Johnny Manziel.
Sorry.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
What is that, Private Pile? Sir, jelly donuts, sir. A jelly donut.
So how you guys doing? My name is Coach Ray Bass. We're here at the Boost Performance Center today, and here with the one and only Pep Fernandez, and we're going to go over a real basic vertical jump, all right? We're going to teach you guys the technique and its progression. This is a great drill for really any sports, really emphasizes pure power production through the hips, and power is really important for basically any type of athlete, whether you're a football player, track, soccer, basketball. We all want to be powerful, strong athletes. So we're going to go over that today. All right, so first things first, I'm going to have Jacob go ahead and stand with his feet underneath his hips. So you want to have your toes pointed forward. You want your feet to be about hip width, all right? He's going to have his shoulders flexed, all right, in front of his body. So arms up in front. Okay, now, the most important part here is what's called a counter movement. And what that is I'm going to throw my shoulders back into extension, all right? I'm going to flex my hips, all right? So the shoulders are going to be flexed, and the hips are going to, the shoulders are going to be extended and the hips are going to be flexed, all right? And then we follow that up with shoulder flexion and hip extension. It's got to be really fast, all right? So right now, I'm just going to show you the first phase of that. So Jacob, I want you to drop your hips into flexion. I want you to throw your arms back into extension when I say go. Ready? Go. Right there. So come up. That's the most important movement there. So after that, it's the landing, all right? So we want to get as high as we can. As I go up, I want to extend through my hips, through my knees, I want my toes pointed up. And when we land, I'm going to land back into that hip flexion, arms extended, and I want to stick the landing, all right? So we're going to go over it now. So now we're going to actually jump here, Jacob. I want to see that counter movement. Go ahead and walk a little bit closer to the hurdle here. We're going to extend on the way up. As we elevate, extend through the hips and the knees, stick the landing, throw the arms into extension. Here we go. Ready? On you.
focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We'll talk about football.
Funky Cole Medina.
Wait, hold on.
Tone Loc.
Tone Loc.
Okay, you wouldn't have known that.
Should I?
Damn right you should know this. It's part of the staple of rap songs you should know.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna say like Run DMC. Is that the same people or same era?
What the hell is wrong with you? You know, that's sacrilege what you
know
just
what I'm
said.
gonna do, Jeff? One of these days, I'm going to throw you in the car, and we're going to drive up to Cottonwood, California. And we're going to do a live show from there. And you're going to be like, you know what? Now I get you. Now I understand what you're all about.
How do you not know Young MC, Run DMC, Tone Loc?
I just said Run DMC. I know those guys.
But how do you don't know them?
I don't know those guys.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Who's Reverend Run?
The guy who had the reality show.
Whatever.
He had a reality show. Reverend Run. Is he a real reverend?
Yes, he's a real reverend.
He is?
Who was his DJ?
Jazzy Jeff?
Oh, just shut up. Just come on. Let's just go on. Let's talk.
Oh, let's talk some foosball. Johnny Football is back. So I get on Twitter over the weekend.
Oh, did you?
And there's video of Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel, throwing a touchdown pass in some weird, wacky spring league. Did you see it? He was like, he rolled out to his right. He was on the run. He found a guy back in the corner of the end zone.
They're already playing games?
I don't even know what league it is.
Was there people in the bleachers?
They didn't show no bleachers. Just showed
Yeah, you couldn't really tell.
I know they were playing in high school stadiums across the land.
But across the land. But there were tons of media afterwards. All these TV cameras and microphones popping up, talking to Johnny Football through a touchdown pass. So again, I have no. This might even be below semi-pro football. Like, I have no idea how many rungs down below the NFL this is. It's way down there. I mean, this might be the equivalent of like JC football. Like, I have no idea. But he did throw a touchdown pass.
You know, he said if this doesn't work out, he doesn't latch onto a team, he's going to sign a 2-year deal to play in the Great White North with Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah, you're trying to get Cajon quarterback Jaden Daniels to bypass college because he's got offers from everyone. Why go to Alabama or Florida or UCLA or any of the Oregon?
No.
He can go to Saskatchewan or Edmonton, the Eskimos.
Yes, that's where he needs to play. But Johnny Manziel said he was going to play a 2-year deal if he doesn't latch on with a NFL team.
Someone's going to sign him.
Yeah, but you know what, though? You and I were talking last week how much we really liked Johnny Manziel now. We were talking about that second chance. But then he goes out and talks smack against the Browns, the people that actually gave him a shot. He said, maybe you can shed some light on this.
Yeah, he said something to the effect of the Browns should have known that he was not a hard worker coming out of college.
Yeah.
See, here's the deal. Jeff,
I was buying into it.
Look at me, all right?
Hard worker.
Just look at me. Yeah, I am a hard worker, but look at me, okay? You can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. So I live in the big city down here in the IE, right?
And you still dress like a 12-year-old boy.
But I'm down here in the IE wearing my 12-year-old boy clothes.
Yeah, so do I, though.
But Johnny Manziel, there's still a little fabric of old Johnny Football in there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yes.
He might have cleaned up his act. He's married and sober, and dude, that's awesome. I'm really happy. But still deep down, he's still Johnny Football down there, somewhere in there. So he's still going to be a little outspoken and a little cocky, and that's okay because I like my quarterbacks a little outspoken and cocky. So here he was repairing his image. He was doing damage control. Everything was going well.
Oh,
and he said the Browns kind of putting it on them, like, oh, they should have known that was a bad dude.
And it kind of turned me off a little bit because I was all in Johnny Football's corner.
I think it made a little people a little sour, but I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
I say a lot of things when I go back and I'm like, oh, why did I say that?
I want to say for the first 45 years of my life.
That's what you live by, right?
I did.
Why did I say that?
Honestly, people listening that know me, they're probably going, God, I really hated that jackass. But now I've redeemed myself. I walk around. I think maybe my kids, my wife, those things, Pep Fernandez and Greg, you guys all mellowed me out. I'm a good guy.
We bring credibility to you.
Yeah, I'm a good guy now. I'm so loving.
I think we were both kind of jerky.
No, Pep. But I have seen Angry Pep, though. I love Angry Pep.
When was I mad?
Oh, you were mad a couple times. I've seen you.
Was I?
Yeah, I've seen Angry Pep. Just a couple times. Kind of hulkish. You were kind of...
Was I turning green?
Yeah, you were mini Hulk. You were baby Hulk. You were baby Hulk.
You're like, what's Pep doing over there wearing just shorts and turning green?
I did see you angry once. I'm trying to think what it was, but I saw you angry once. It was kind of funny, though, because you admitted you've had a temper.
I did.
Mellowed out.
I did.
He did. He was like Bruce Banner. Was it David Banner or Bruce Banner?
Bruce Banner.
So you were David. You were David Banner, his brother. You were mini Hulk.
Little Hulk.
Baby Hulk.
That's a rapper, David.
It is David Banner? Okay. So, yeah, you were baby Hulk. He was the little Hulk.
I don't get mad anymore. At the most, I get frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't get mad. I don't care enough anymore.
I guess I'm saying, I think having kids does that. Maybe Johnny Manziel, if he has kids, he'll get rid of that last bit of dumbness.
You're right. It was kids.
It was.
I'd get mad at things, and I'm like, why was I getting mad about that?
Yeah.
That's dumb. Why do I want to punch that guy out?
Yeah, I have coaches that are, and we both know, I have coaches that hated me, and I see him now, and I like want to give him a big hug and kiss him on the cheek, and they're like, what's wrong with this guy? This isn't the Jeff I knew. Well, I appreciate the things that I screwed up on as a youth, and people can find forgiveness. I think we can find a little forgiveness in old Johnny Football.
I think so, too.
I do.
So he said one kind of a sideways comment.
All right, I'm over it. I'm over
Listen, he's got microphones and people interviewing him all the time. Once in a while, something's going to slip out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he could have said something much worse.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad in the big scheme of things.
And he has.
And he has.
I'll give him a pass. Just after working through this right now, you and I'm going to give him a pass.
Did I sway you? Did I bring you back?
You brought me back to Johnny Manziel.
So we got to watch what he says. But also, how about Trevor Davis of the Packers? He's a wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers. He really needs to watch what he says.
He's a pretty smart guy, I thought.
You would think, right?
Yeah, what'd he do?
So here's the deal. If you haven't heard about this, Trevor Davis was at LAX, just down the road from here, right?
Yes.
Getting on a plane. He's going to go out to Hawaii. Just finished the NFL season. He's going to go enjoy a little downtime out in Hawaii, refresh, relax, have a good time. So when he was going through the line at Hawaiian Airlines.
Oh, they're serious. All those line people at the airlines. We've seen it.
It's all business. It's all business.
Yeah.
So he's trying to check in, right? He's trying to get on his flight. He wants to get to Hawaii. He wants to start the offseason, right?
Yes.
Enjoy it. Trevor Davis of the Green Bay Packers. Well, they ask you the routine questions. Do you have any explosive devices in your bags? And good old Trevor Davis said, yep, I sure do.
What?
No! Remember Meet the Parents, the movie Meet the Parents?
Yes.
And Ben Stiller's character said bomb on a plane. There's certain things you cannot say at an airport.
No.
Bomb, explosive device, any of those things. Man, you are done.
That's a damper on his trip. Did he go on his trip?
Not only did he not go on his trip, airport security stepped in and he was arrested.
What?
Yeah.
They got him.
They don't know who this guy is. Trevor Davis, and he's got explosive in his bags. So, Jeff, it reminded me. Remember, we were traveling with UC Riverside. We were going to Davis. We were flying into Sacramento.
Yes.
We got delayed. Twice.
Yes.
Twice.
Yes,
we did the show live from the very end of the Ontario airport.
Yes.
But we were sitting down there, and there was a lady, I think she was from Denmark.
Yes.
She had a dog. I remember that.
She had a funny accent.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. Yes, I do.
So we were doing our show live, and we were I think we were in a commercial break. Maybe we were done already. Can't remember. That whole day was a long day inside the airport. But I remember talking to you and saying, you know what? We're going to be late to Sacramento. We're going to be so late to UC Davis for the basketball game, which was the following night, that we're going to miss shoot-around.
Oh, yeah, and she flipped out.
Yeah, because, basketball teams, when you get to a new arena, a new town, you got to have a shoot-around to make sure you're accustomed to the arena, the rims, get a feel for the court, right?
Oh, she pepped up.
So I'm asking Jeff about the shoot-around, and Jeff's asking me about the shoot-around, and I'm saying, Jeff, are we going to have a shoot-around? We need a shoot-around. I think we're going to miss the shoot-around.
She almost had to go talk to security.
She flipped around. She asked me, she's like, shoot-around? Are you talking about shooting guns?
Like, no, lady.
I said, no. We're talking about shooting baskets. We're with a basketball team. We got a big basketball game. A shoot-around is like a practice. You go around and you shoot baskets. It's a basketball practice.
She was ready to turn you in.
She was concerned.
Yes.
She was from a foreign country. She was ready to put me behind bars.
Hey, was I with you on the trip? On one of our trips, remember I got swabbed? They swabbed my hands. And I said, what are you doing?
Yeah, you look suspicious, though. I don't blame them for that.
Yeah. Well, another time, remember I had the knee thing. They were like, hey, what's in your knee? I go, metal.
What's in your knee?
Metal. I got metal in there.
Explosives.
No, they swabbed my hands. I said, why are you rubbing my hands down? The guy goes, for explosives. I said, come on, man. I got an explosive personality. There's no way in heck. These hands, these are lethal weapons. I did say that to him. And he looked at me like I was nuts. But yeah, they ran it and swabbed me and put it through his little computer. That was cool. But yeah.
Yeah, you can't say things at airports. I mean,
no.
It's just the world we live in now. For better or for worse, like I hate being PC and walking on pins and needles, but you got to play the game when you go to the airport unless you want to be behind bars like Trevor Davis. Like
Trevor Davis, he's like a 5th-round pick or something. Hey, you got to be careful. You lose jobs that way. Yeah. If you're not that great, you better be awesome if you're going to get arrested and But man, how embarrassing is that? You're hanging out with your lady.
Yeah, it's, boom. In the big scheme of things, there's a lot other things that he could have done. We've seen it. NFL players getting in trouble all the time. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, that's
but
not
saying
too
something
bad.
like that, it's not that bad. But again, he probably learned the lesson in a very hard way.
Yeah, stupid guy. Really dumb. That's really dumb.
Hopefully, he's in Hawaii now, enjoying some downtime. But
big dummy.
Yeah, you don't say that.
No.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we are going to talk Halos and Dodgers and home runs. Lots of hits and homers on this show today.
I'm telling you, man, the Halos are going to the World Series. I feel it in my bones right now.
Just calling this shot. He's going to text me about 4 months. Never mind. Hold on. Remember what I said? Never mind.
Hey, they're. I'm telling you, man, they got some great offense.
So we'll talk hits and homers, Dodgers and Halos, and maybe some MLB score updates from across the league. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Well, I can assure you that your bag will be placed safely below deck with the other luggage.
Oh, yeah? How do you know my bag will be safe below with the other luggage? Huh? Are you physically going to take my bag and put it beneath the plane? Are you going to go right now outside with the guys with the earmuffs and go put it in there?
No.
No? Okay. Then shut your pie hole and listen to me when I say that I am finished with the checking of the bags conversation.
Inland Empire sports fans turn to the Inland Sports Show.
So you talk to...
Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Before we jump into some Major League Baseball, Jeff, we had the 4th annual Inland Sports All-Star Classic. The MVPs, Mason Westlake and Naomi Yim, they joined us live in studio today. It was a great game. And a special thanks to the head coaches, Coach Lacey and Coach Martinez in the girls' game, and then, of course, Coach Gard and Coach Norman in the boys' game. It was a great time. We loved it. We had so much fun out there.
Yeah, it really was. It was one of those times. It's a yearbook of the basketball season. We've done it with the football all-star game that Jim Clover puts on at the Sport Foundation, and we do it now every year with boys and girls basketball. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. Everybody seems to enjoy themselves. A lot of parents get to watch their kids play for the last time locally with high school kids. But they can actually relive the game. How do they do that, Pep Fernando?
Right now on the Inland Sports Channel. Just go on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button for us. We'd really appreciate it. But we got the whole entire boys game. We got the entire girls game. We've got, like, highlights. So if you just want to see, like, the best 2 or 3 minutes of the game, we got the highlights. We've got interviews with athletes and coaches. So everything's on the channel right now.
And there was, like, 6 cameras there on location. We had a camera lodged in the backboard. I mean, it was a production like you see on regular, on national televised games. It was great graphics. It was just a fantastic job done by our guys over at Teen Vision.
Yeah, Teen Vision, TV16. Johnny Nunez, Steve Brockman, the whole crew. They were awesome. I mean, I walked in and there was guys on ladders putting cameras behind the backboards, and there was cameras down low, and there was cameras up high. They were all over the place.
It was nice. I got to finally meet Brockman in real.
Stevie Football, man.
I see Stevie Football all over the social media network. I reached out to him, told him thank you. Really good guy.
So it was a lot of fun. That was Saturday night. Relive all the magic, whether it's the entire game, highlights, interviews, all on the Inland Sports Channel. We had a great time out there. So thank you to Teen Vision TV16. Thank you to RCC for opening your doors and your hearts to the Inland Sports Show. It was a great time out there. And some good games, some great athletes as well. Major League Baseball. We've got some games going down today. The Halo's already on top.
1-0. Bottom of the second, 1 out over the Texas Rangers in Arlington, Texas.
Tejas.
Yes.
Is that how you say it, Tejas?
Yes.
That's how you say it.
That's how I say it.
Tejas.
But, yeah, Cole Calhoun with a nice RBI. So, yeah, the Angels on top, 1-0.
So the Halos lead all of Major League Baseball in home runs.
Oh, yeah, they do. Of course they do.
I mean, nobody's hit more home runs than the Angels.
Nobody. Not even close.
They've got 17 home runs.
And 3 from my man, Showtime.
Shohei Ohtani. He's going to hit a lot more. I got a feeling.
I do, too.
The Dodgers.
How many do they have? I bet they have like 15, 16.
Oh, you would think they'd have a lot.
Are they close? It's got to be close to 17.
Well, you would think, right?
Yeah.
The Dodgers, as a team, like the whole team.
The whole team.
Not just like a guy
15,
or 2.
I'm sure, at least.
4 home runs. Hold on, Jeff. Hold on. Before you laugh and fall out of your seat, Mr. Angel fan. Let's see if you can accurately answer which 4 Dodgers. You're not looking at it right now.
No,
you better not be.
No, I'm not.
Which 4 Dodgers have the home runs this season? There's 4 guys that have 1 each. Who do you think's gone deep this year?
Oh, let's go with.
Come on, just name some
Bellinger.
names. Yes, there's 1. Who's the other 3?
Seager.
No.
Matt Kemp.
No.
Puig.
No.
Chris Taylor.
No.
Chase Utley.
Yes, there's 2. You're halfway there. Who's the other 2 Dodgers to go deep this season?
Austin Barnes.
I wish it was yes, but no.
How about the other catcher, Grandal?
Yes.
Yes.
There's 3.
I don't know.
Who's the other guy hit a home run?
Forsythe.
Oh. Yes, Forsythe.
I got it. It only took me 19 tries, though.
Bellinger, Forsythe, Grandal, and Utley, the 4 home runs for the Dodgers this season.
Well, what the heck's what's going on with Puig, or Peterson, or Kemp?
So the Dodgers have 4 home runs, the same as Matt Davidson from the White Sox of Yucaipa High School. So Matt Davidson, hashtag Yucktown,
has just as many.
Has the same as the Dodgers. The whole team, the whole Dodgers, like all of them. Like if you look at the whole roster, all of them, every single Dodger.
When are the Dodgers going to blow up that roster? When are they going to change it? Because it's not working,
We're
obviously.
ready to gut it. We're like a weekend just ready to just gut the whole thing.
Oh, man, there's something's going on, man. Are they the worst in the majors?
You're like one of those HGTV shows.
I am.
You like walk in, you're like, this place is awful. We're going to have to knock down all these walls and just gut this whole thing. You're like, wait, hold on. It's a perfectly good house. Wait, hold on. All we need to do is like put on some paint on the walls.
Yeah, what do they call
And you're like, nope. We got to knock this. That wall's got to go down. We need electrical. You see that hole in the ceiling? We need to fix that. You just want to demo the whole thing and start over.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What's the name
like
of that?
The
When you turn over, what do they call it when you turn over a house? There's a name.
Flip it. Flip it. Yeah, you flip it.
Let's flip those damn Dodgers.
You want to flip the Dodgers, but a for sale sign out of it.
Oh, man. Yes. Yeah, they got to do something. Something's got to be changed.
Come on. It's early. Greg's not. Do you think Greg's worried? No, he's on Instagram, man. He's hanging out. He's not worried about it.
Not even the All-Star break yet.
Hey, is Davey Lopes available or Ron Say?
Oh, my gosh.
Any of those? Steve Garvey?
The Garv.
Hey, how about Manny Mota? Can Manny Mota still coach third base? What's going on over there in Dodger Town? It's the parking. Everybody hates parking there, so that's the problem. It takes forever for those players to park, so they're tired when they get in, so they can't hit any home runs.
They're like, oh, man, that was a battle to get to Dodger Stadium. I'm done.
Oh, man. So the Halos leading the majors in home runs. Look at my guys.
They could add to that lead tonight.
Oh, look at my guys. I'm so proud of them.
And the Dodgers have 4.
Yeah,
who has the least amount of home runs in baseball?
Dodgers.
The Tigers and the Royals.
What do you mean?
Just 2.
They only have 2 as a team?
Yeah, Lucas Duda has 1 of those for the Royals.
So what you're saying is 2 Riverside guys. You know what else we have is Marisnik has 2 as well. So you got Marisnik with 2. Duda? Dude.
So Marisnik has as many as the Royals.
That's real.
And the Tigers.
Wow, our Inland Empire guys are kicking butt.
Yeah. Wow. We need Austin Barnes to go deep for the Dodgers.
He better do something soon or they're going to waive him. They're going to waive everybody.
Just like, let's flip this team.
Jock Peterson, gone.
Let's bring in all new guys.
Austin Barnes.
Let's blow this up.
Gone.
And we'll flip this team.
Bring back Fernando Mania. I bet he still has a good left hand.
Probably, but he's real crotchety. Remember I told you my run-in with Fernando Mania?
I don't want him either.
He didn't want to talk to me.
Jerry Royce.
I was like, come on, we're like brothers.
Do you think Charlie Huff threw a knuckleball? I bet he can still throw it.
Charlie Huff was still coaching not long ago. In fact, I think he was with the Inland Empire 66ers.
Oh, yeah. Charlie Huff's like 70. I bet you can still throw that knuckleball.
The old knuckleballer.
I bet bring him in for a...
Tim Wakefield, what is he doing right now?
He's hanging out, just doing nothing. Tim Wakefield. He was like 115 when he was pitching. He was 47, I think, wasn't he?
He's pretty old. He was around for a while.
Wakefield.
Yeah, they had some good players. But the Dodgers will turn things around. I'm not stressed about it. If you walk downtown Colton, they're not gnashing teeth and throwing their arms up in the air.
They should.
Kicking in windows.
Hey, they have not been this poor.
You know,
poor
wait, hold
since
on. Greg's
1998.
right.
They weren't doing that good, but after the All-Star break, that's when it was full force.
Yeah, Google this, Jeff. Because I think he's right. I think
Googling anything.
Google this.
Google.
Google this.
I don't know how to
their
Google.
First 38 games, I think the Dodgers were 20 and 18.
I couldn't.
How about this? I'll Google it in the break.
Okay, yeah.
I will Google it.
Yeah, but this is the worst they've
But remember, they went on that crazy run.
1998.
It was like the best month of baseball ever.
I don't care. 1998.
I don't care.
This is the worst season since 1998. I'm looking at it right. 1998 was the worst. They're as bad as they were in 1998.
How far did they go in 98? They win the whole thing?
No.
That was 88.
Hey, guess who has a world championship before the Dodgers? The Angels.
Oh, yeah.
The Halos, they do. Okay. Yeah, we're a more successful ball club.
Well, who's your manager?
Mike
Socha. A Dodger.
Mike Socha was
And who was Mike Socha?
He was a good backup. He was a great backup.
Tommy
Lasorda. I love Tommy Lasorda. What does Tommy Lasorda say all the time? He says something really funny. Come on, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Say you love the Dodgers. You might not get into heaven.
It's true.
I might not get into heaven.
No, because you like the Angels.
I do, but
wait,
hey, whoa.
You know, now you think about it.
Yeah, the Halos.
When you're at the pearly gates, the Lord's going to say, are you an Angels fan or a Dodgers fan? Because Tommy Lasorda said I had to be a Dodgers fan. But if you like the Angels, it's the Angels.
Yeah.
If you don't say you love the Dodgers, you might not get into
But they're named after a heavenly figure.
I know.
Angels.
You would think. We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Quakes baseball is right around the corner here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. We'll be back with the Inland Sports Show.
That's enough.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
We're back, Jeff. Great Monday show.
Great song.
Great song to close it out.
Do you know who this is?
Hold on. Oh, here she comes.
Yes.
I don't know who sings it, but I know the song.
Notes, man.
Oh, okay, I've heard of them.
And I know I've been pretty good spot on with my music today. I did have a little mix up, but other than that, man, what a great song.
Hall & Oates. Do they still perform tour?
Of course they do. Don't be smart. Yeah, don't ever question that again. Just don't ever talk music again. Stop.
Hello? Is this yacht rock?
Hello?
Is it?
It could be yacht rock. Yeah, this would be a good one.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Hey, coming up at 6:55, about an hour from now, just a little under an hour, Rancho Cucamonga Quakes baseball. They are on the road at Stockton. Mike Linskog, if you're listening right now, you guys are in Stockton tonight.
Yes. They better win.
I think they will win.
Or they're going to better blow up that team, too.
Then back home on Thursday against the Inland Empire 66ers for the big home opener out there at Lone Mart Field for the Quakes. It's been a great show, and it's been all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change will be spoiled by great customer service and the lowest prices. It's in the name. It's Spoiled. Also, Ken's Sporting Goods, more than 40 years. That's 4 decades, Jeff. I'll do the math for you. Don't worry about it. Sporting gear, Letterman's jackets, team sales, all your sports equipment. It's all at Ken's Sporting Goods. Thank you, Ken's. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. They're a great follow on Twitter and also Instagram. You can stay up to date. All the cool things they're doing out there, all their teams, their athletes, their special training classes. Check them out. That's Boost Training Systems with Coach Ray Bass out there in Corona. And finally, Catalana Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Buy, trade, and finance all in the same spot. You've got high expectations when buying a new car or truck. Let Catalana Motors meet and surpass those expectations. Tomorrow on the show, we'll talk about the NBA playoff picture. Big games going down tonight. And the latest from Major League Baseball. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock, right here. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
In case I don't see you.